success.
What's up? Welcome to your favorite podcast, The Ain't Shit Show, the home of booze, views, and unpopular opinions. I want to thank y'all for joining us for episode 94.
Yeah.
My name is Fresh, and I'm one half of the pod guys, and with me, I got the best man in all the podcast land, my right-hand man, Mr. B here.
Greetings. Hope you're all well on this Wednesday evening.
Yes.
When we're recording, Thursday when you're hearing it, or whenever the fuck you decide to hear it, but Wednesday when we're recording.
What's up with you, my guy? How's it going?
Got a fucking cold. It's raining. It's dreary as fuck. Tired as hell, but I weathered the storm to bring you this pod. Pod gods are back, baby.
Look what he go through. Look what he go through for y'all, man. Look what he go through for y'all. Weather been trash all day.
It has. Shout out to the fucking, my grass is looking excellent because I had my shit seeded and fucking aerated and fertilized, and it had been dry as a bone for quite a minute, but I'm glad I did it when I did it. So now that shit popping, and I got some pretty grass on the side of the house, in the front of the house, in the back of the house. Shout out to the homeowners with lawns. You feel me?
How long your grass gonna stay green? Like, cause it's cold outside.
It ain't cold
like,
yet, but
probably
to about, probably to like late November. You know what I mean? It's germinating
until
now.
it snow?
Till it's germinating now and shit. So like, this is the time, like in the fall is when you get your yard right for the summertime, in the spring and summertime. So, cause it got to germinate and like, I don't know what the fuck.
Explain what germinate means to the people.
I don't know. I just know the term.
Oh, you just wanted to use
it means like,
impress
I don't know,
us?
it's just like, it cultivates in the grass. Like it, you know what I mean? Like if you just put seed down in the summer and shit, like it basically like establishes roots. You know what I'm saying? When it germinates and shit like that.
Oh, okay.
So, but yeah, that shit is not interesting at all. So, yeah. But yeah, shout out to the niggas with yards. I know you're appreciating this good water that's coming from the heavens.
Green Thumb B, I know, I know, Jada and Dewan is probably loving it then, cause they are really feel like they have the best lawn in all of their development.
They very, yeah. I mean, it take a lot, man. Like, I ain't really, like, my shit, I put a lot of money in my lawn, and, but like, come summertime and shit, like, if you don't water that shit and all that, it's just like any other plant, obviously, but I ain't got no sprinkler system, and I ain't finna have my damn water bill like $200, so. But I be wanting that shit to be pretty, you know what I'm saying? Be pretty, like, right around this time, and goddamn, like, shit, springtime when the shit pop, it should be real pretty until it get like real, start scorching and shit. That's when it's fucking go to shit. But shout out to the niggas with lawn that spend a whole lot of money on this shit, because that shit is definitely a task in itself.
You let your kids be on your lawn and shit?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for the most part.
Okay. You know, some people that, you know, they put a lot into their lawn, and their lawn is just for show. Like, don't be on my shit.
By the time it's starting to like, they want to damn do shit, man. It ain't really, you know what I mean? It ain't even like talking about, but yeah.
You like, fuck it. You can have it. You got trees and shit on your shit?
Yeah, I got mad trees.
I can't remember.
Mm-hmm. I got a tree in the front.
I'm saying, so you gotta break up leaves and shit?
Yeah,
like leaves
that shit's
falling?
trash. I'd be glad when my sons get older, so they can really, really do that shit. Cause they can do it now, but that shit, by the time they do all that shit, I'd be like, give me the goddamn thing. Hurry up.
Right.
But
I definitely used to run that shit on my dad back in the day. Like, my dad used to give a task. All you gotta do is take a long time and act like you don't know how to do it. He'd be like, let me do it.
Mm-hmm.
But my mom, she wasn't having that. Like, if you don't know, you need to learn.
For
and
sure.
I'm not helping you. Like, my mom would throw you out to the, well, me, cause I was the oldest.
Mm-hmm.
She'll throw you out to the wolves. Like, my brother, my two younger sisters, I don't know about them, but me, she ain't care. My dad would be like, all right, let me do it. And I used to play dumb too. Like, I don't know how to wash out this tub. Dad, what do I need to do? He was like, let me just do it.
Yeah, that was a little girl shit.
Rest in peace to dad. Shout out to dads. Shout out to all the dads out there, man. Shout out to dads. It's Halloween. It's Halloween Eve.
Mm-hmm.
You taking the kids trick-or-treating?
Yeah. Hope if it ain't raining.
Yeah, it's supposed to rain tomorrow. If it rains tomorrow, it's like trick-or-treating totally out. Do you do something in the house? Do you take them to the mall to trick-or-treat?
The mall is trash. They don't be giving out candy. I did that shit like when they were like...
They don't do that shit no more?
Nah, that shit was a surprise to me. Like, maybe it's in Triangle. That shit, Triangle is fucking... That shit is like the abyss. Ain't shit in that bitch now, but like...
Oh, right?
Yeah, that shit is trash. Like, it's like 7 stores in Triangle. They about to sell it. That shit, I think it's up for sale and all type of shit.
Damn.
Yeah, ain't shit.
I mean, I didn't frequent it like that, but it seemed like it pretty much had everything.
That shit ain't got nothing now. That motherfucker got Champs. It's Champs, Foot Locker. I mean, for us, that's good. But, they got DTLR, Champs, Foot Locker, and like Children's Place. And that's about it. And they still got like one of the department stores I think is closing. I think Dillard's is either Sears is closing. Sears is closing down that bitch. It's trash, man. That shit like tumbleweeds and shit be going through that bitch. Like the goddamn prairie and shit. That shit's trash.
The crazy thing is like about these malls and shit, like a lot of them just have the same stores.
I mean, the thing about it, like Amazon don't ruin the world. So niggas, I mean, like I
pretty much, no.
Crabtree's still
right.
jumping though. Right. Like they got a sneaker store in Crabtree now. They got like one of them resale sneaker stores and shit. They had some fucking like Supreme. They had some Supreme ones. Them shits was like $700. I was like, holy shit. Like, so they got all like, what I mean? That
sound
like,
about right for anything
the
Supreme.
Resale and shit and just preying on white kids. Like, that's all that shit is. Cause they had one in Cary. I think they still got that one in Cary. But I think Cary Town Center about to close down too. But,
no, seriously?
They ain't got shit in Cary Town Center. That shit like a damn gas station.
Hey. Cary Town Center was my low-key spot for releases. Cause niggas wasn't out there like that. So I'll be like, going straight to Cary Town Center.
They got
they ain't
Dave
in
and
there.
Buster's is there. And then like that resale shit, I think they got the Jimmy Jazz. Ain't shit in fucking Cary Town Center. I think Dillard's closed. Yeah, Dillard's definitely closed. I don't know. That shit's crazy. Like, yeah.
I mean, but if you close down those 2 malls, you only gonna have Crabtree in that vicinity.
Crabtree's still jumping though. Crabtree gonna jump because it's like right in kind of in the heart.
It's prime location.
Prime real estate, yeah. So
shout out to Crabtree, man. Shout out to Crabtree. Crabtree been going.
Hell yeah.
My whole time, you know what I mean? Like my whole time, they definitely been going. Shout out to Crabtree, man. Are you dressing up at all for Halloween?
Nah, I'm gonna dress up like a dad.
You gonna be a dad. I'm debating if I'm gonna do anything tomorrow night. My plan was to go see the Joker tomorrow night based off your recommendations and a few other people's recommendations. And Joker was like number 1 after like 4 weeks or something like that. And everybody gave it like really big reviews. And I was like, I could go see that Halloween night, but I don't know. I got a lot going on, so I don't even know. But I will probably dress up for at work. I'm just going to wear, costume from, was it last year or the year before last? I'm going to wear my doctor costume. When really it's just a coat, a stethoscope, and some scrubs. Cause they doing something at work. They want you to be festive, XYZ. But I did go to a players ball this weekend and that shit was fun as fuck. So shout out to Wami down in Alpharetta, where we went to the players ball and really had a good time, dressed up, pimp gear, all of that. You know what I mean? Walk the walk, talk the talk like a player. But that was fun. That was super fun, man. What you do this weekend?
What did I do this weekend? I don't even fucking know what I did. Oh, I went, one of my lesbian homegirls had a little birthday party, so that was cool. It was mad little lesbians in there. That shit was interesting. That shit was dope though.
Was mad little lesbians in there.
Mad little studs and shit. Shit was mad dreads and, polo shirts and shit.
Just standard stud attire.
You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? The typical wear and shit. But no, it was cool. I went to that on Friday. Shout out to Ev. Happy birthday to Ev. What else I do? That was it. I ain't really do shit on Saturday, I don't think. Yeah, I ain't really do too much, man. I watched Dolomite. I did watch Dolomite.
How was that?
Netflix. That shit was good. I enjoyed it because I didn't really know the story of Dolomite. So, it was interesting. I mean, it was a great cast, obviously, with Eddie and Mike Epps and fucking, Wesley Snipes. Wesley Snipes played this gay dude. he was funny as hell. Dolomite was funny.
He 2-1 fool did again.
Yeah, that nigga. All right, Wesley, you on the clock now. Goddamn.
Hey,
you got a couple
you
of
know,
rolls
if you suck
now.
2 dicks, if you suck 2 dicks, you're not gay.
Shit,
If you dress and drag twice, you're not gay.
Shout out to Lachey. That's my dog. She enjoyed. She was hitting me about the last week's episode. She had a good time. She was listening to that shit. Shout out to my dog. Yeah, she enjoyed that shit. She was laughing at the shit or whatever. But yeah, man. Yo, speaking of which, so if you listen to Tank's album, like Omari Hardwick apparently is on the album, like doing like the score kind of shit. Like he's doing like poetry score. And I listened to Joe Budden I listened to his podcast today. My nigga, that shit is so fucking, like, what the fuck? Yo, this shit is crazy, man. Like, if you get a chance to listen to Omari Hardwick, like, I don't know what the fuck he was doing. Like, he got the spoken word shit.
Omari Hardwick's music, and I would never listen to Omari Hardwick's music.
I don't even know if he, like, did any music, but he's doing, like, the spoken word intro. That shit was fucking horrible and hilarious all at the same time. I don't know. I don't know what Tank was got going on. That shit was the worst rollout in the history of rollouts. Like, cause I mean, that shit is fucked up. Like, I'd be mad as hell if my goddamn, like, that shit just completely got overshadowed. Like, you had a whole sex album and that shit got overshadowed by you talking about sucking 2 dicks and shit.
2 dicks.
That shit is, timing is a motherfucker, man. You gotta watch your words.
Timing is a motherfucker. But you know what? To be completely honest with Tank in general, like, his albums are very underrated. Like, he roll out new albums all the time and nobody cares.
Yeah, nobody gives a shit.
Never gives a fuck. But everyone agrees that Tank can sing. Everyone agrees that Tank is talented. Tank has written so many hits for so many other people, including Jamie Foxx. When Jamie Foxx roll out some shit, it's big shit. So, you know, it just goes back to that
he wrote mad
whole
shit for
discussion. It goes back to that whole discussion of you just having, it's either 1, a good team, or 2, like just star quality. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
because it's the same thing. You can give hits to so many people, but you can't produce hits on your own. Like, I feel like Tank produces like great songs, but they never kind of ride
Winry
to
rock,
that
though.
level.
Like, Winry was rocking. Like, he had some bops though.
But he had those, but they never like charted significantly. Like, I feel like Tank, and from an R&B perspective, and there not being that many true R&B stars, like, I feel like Tank should be up there.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
like, as far as like charts and popularity and like, you know, commercial appeal like that. And Tank's really not. Like, cause when we was dope, Tank always have a dope album, pretty much. But, you know, when you go around, you talking about 2 dicks and all that. Yeah. Hey, you did it on your own, man. You did it on your own.
Yeah, it was mad other examples that you could have used.
It was a lot of examples you could have used, but he said sucking 2 dicks. And as we discussed last week, sucking a dick is a very aggressive thing. Like, you got to commit to that. That's not something you just fumble into. That's not something you just like, hey, might be a good day to suck a dick. Like,
nah, you got to warm up for that, baby. You got to be in the mood to suck a dick.
Facts. Crazy transition, but bang, bang, bang. Rest in peace to our man, John Witherspoon, man. That was the first thing I heard when I woke up this morning.
I know that shit. I was like, damn. But you know what? It's crazy, like, cause niggas been killing John Witherspoon done died about 9 times. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I done seen like Facebook, especially like Facebook and Twitter and shit. They done killed John Witherspoon about 3 or 4 times at least, for sure. So I was like, all right. But then I started seeing niggas like actually posting, you know, like people that knew him and shit. Like, it was like, oh shit, bro dead. Like, man, that shit sucked. Cause he was only 77, you know what I'm saying? Like, I thought he was much older than that for some reason.
Yeah, I was like 77. Like, was he sick? What did he die of? Like, I don't know. Like, you know, people, a lot of our icons and things like that die. And John Witherspoon, man, I felt that one this morning. I was like, damn, like, Cause he was like he was everywhere. He like popped up everywhere.
He was a mainstay in the culture for sure. Like, but it's crazy. Like, that's why I thought he would be like 85 or 90. Cause like, he been out forever. He was been old as hell the whole time he been out. You know what I'm saying? Like,
he has been.
Back in Boomerang and shit like that. Like, nigga, was you, I thought you was like, so you was like 40 then, cause that shit was like 30 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's what I'm saying.
And your ass was old as fuck. You know what I mean? Like,
he on his Morgan Freeman.
That nigga Morgan Freeman
on his Cicely Tyson.
97, 99 for real. But yeah, John Witherspoon.
I feel like Morgan Freeman before Christ. Like Morgan Freeman and Cicely Tyson. I feel like they've been around before everybody.
Cicely Tyson, I think she 93, 94, some shit like that.
Man, Cicely Tyson and Morgan Freeman was probably Adam and Eve for real.
Yeah, for sure. I think I said that before. Mm-hmm.
Like, they've been around for a long time, and Cicely Tyson has definitely been old my whole life.
That's a fact.
Like, my whole entire life, she been old. So, damn, what's your favorite John Witherspoon? Shit.
I got so many. I mean, Friday is, I think, his most iconic role, but like, I remember, like, I used to love House Party. House Party was one of my favorite movies of all time.
He was in House Party.
He was in mad shit. That nigga was in mad fucking shit. But House Party was, he smoked that with the Public Enema and shit, and like, hey, little bitch. And when the bitch was walking up to the house and shit. It was mad shit, man. You know, he smoked, every role he smoked that he did, and he was pretty, you know, he was great. You know what I mean? As far as Boomerang.
I mean, he was pretty much John Witherspoon and everything.
Yeah. Coordinate. With fucking Boomerang. That's a good movie. I love Boomerang.
Yeah.
Mad shit, man. John Witherspoon, like, I just posted some shit on my fucking Instagram story and shit that I had never seen. He was talking about steroids. That shit was funny as a motherfucker. He was talking about, I want everybody to take steroids. He was like, I want a motherfucker. If you run track, bitch, I want you to have 3 feet. You better run fast and shit. Like, he was just, shit was funny as hell, man. But I don't know.
John Witherspoon had mad quotables.
Another girl I seen, I forgot he was in the, Give It To Me video and shit. With Jay and shit.
He was.
Yeah, he was in the beginning of that shit. Mad shit. That nigga was in mad hip hop videos. Niggas fuck with Pops. Shout out to Pops.
He was an icon. He was an icon. I think, you know, Friday, Wayans Brothers, like you said, he was just in so much shit.
I just watched Friday After Next. Friday, I think last Friday, matter of fact. I don't know. Yeah, I think I watched it. It was either Friday or Saturday and shit. And him and fucking Uncle Elroy and shit. That shit was funny as a bitch.
So, you know, the Boondocks coming back.
I've
now
never
he's passed away. You never watched the Boondocks?
I never watched the Boondocks. Maybe one or twice, but I've never really watched that shit.
Really?
Never grabbed me for some reason.
I will watch the Boondocks. I was not someone who was like, oh shit, the Boondocks is on, but when I ran across the shit, I would definitely watch it.
Yeah, I never watched it. Shout out to Regina King though. She on, not to cut you off, but y'all should watch Watchmen. If y'all got HBO, watch Watchmen. It's a new series and it's starring Regina King.
I think you talked about it last week. Action hero?
Yeah, but I ain't talking about it. I hadn't seen it last week.
Okay, maybe I heard it from somebody else.
I just watched it a couple days ago. But that shit good as hell. It's about like it's based in Tulsa, Oklahoma. So like the opening scene is about the Tulsa bombings of the Black Wall Street and shit like that. So it had like, maybe I did talk about it. I don't know. But I know it had the people, mad people in the uproar about, you know, cause like mad white people didn't know about, you know, the Tulsa bombings and shit about, you know, how the Ku Klux Klan and did all that shit. But it's really dope. It's like superhero-y, but it's still good cause it's steeped in racism and shit. And it's like, it's basically like, that's what the premise is. It's about like racism and like how, like the government is like trying to eradicate the fucking, you know, the racist white people and shit. So it's actually pretty dope. I watched that this weekend too.
Who is it by? Like it's by Marvel or DC?
It's actually DC. Yeah. Watchmen was DC. It's like a graphic novel and shit. It was a movie that came out like shit several years ago at this point, but it was called Watchmen or some shit like that. And it was originally like a graphic novel. So it was, you know, a bunch of superheroes, but it was really dark and twisted. You know what I mean? DC has a way of doing that shit, but, it's good. I think it's worth watching. Even if you don't like know the story or the history of like, Watchmen or whatever, it's still I think it'll still be able to resonate with you. It's pretty good. I enjoyed it. It's only 2
Is it
episodes
really,
at this point.
is it like a superhero costume,
Nah,
boom,
it's like
bang,
more real
pow
life.
type shit?
Nah, it's just like
Okay.
she be fucking niggas up. Like, just like on some
She
karate
be
shit.
fucking niggas up.
Yeah.
Alright.
Shit dope though.
Hey,
Super dope.
Regina King is a queen.
She
like,
is.
I don't feel like Regina
She
King
was
has
looking good in
never
that
been
motherfucker
without
too. I was
work.
like, damn, I never noticed that she was kind of fine a little bit. And he was, I mean, they're not too fine, but she was cute.
I think she's very attractive. I think she's a very attractive woman.
Yeah.
I think she
looked good in Poetic Justice, and she looked good in Boys in the Hood too. She was cute, yeah.
Oh, so she looked cute.
Like she got like the
30 years ago is basically what you saying.
Yeah, I mean, you know, various roles where she was cute, but she looked good in fucking Watchmen though. You know, especially when she was like, she had a long weave and shit, but it was like the natural weave, like the sizzle weave. She was looking good with that shit.
How old is Regina King? She got to be.
She probably like 50, like 40. She brown, like she like with Cube and them. You know what I'm saying? Like she at least probably like she definitely 45.
Let's see.
And up for sure.
Regina
probably like 47,
King.
48.
Oh, she 48. Yeah, she 48.
Yeah.
She'll be 49. Man, she look great. It's her birthday, January 15th. She'll be 49, man. Black don't crack. Shout out to black
Goddamn
people.
Brenda.
Shout out to black people, man. We just out here. I'm going to homecoming this weekend. I said, let's see all these dad bods and people aging poorly. This is going to be interesting. I have not been in a while. At least 5 to 6 years. I don't think I've been to homecoming. So I'm interested to see those who I don't follow, because I don't follow a lot of. They're either my friends and I know how they look, and if they are, I follow them on IG, so those. But other than that, if I follow you on Facebook or something, I probably don't know how you look, because I don't frequent Facebook that much. But I was telling somebody else that I was like, "You ready?" They was like, "Yeah." I was like, "When the last time you seen this person or that person?" They was like, "Oh my God, girl, they look bad." Like that was always the intro. Like, yo, they look bad. I was like, "They got racket kids?" Like, nah, they don't. I was like, damn, I was trying to give them an excuse to look stressed in the face, but I don't know about that.
Yeah,
so shout out to the ARC. We'll be there. I'll be there. We'll turn up. And, shout out to our, Delta line. A couple of my friends who was on that line is celebrating their 20 year. So that's going to be interesting. But, shout out to them. Do you ever go to any homecomings? Did you go to GHO? Do you ever go to any homecomings?
Nah, I ain't been to GHO. And I went a couple of years, like about 4 or 5 years ago. I wish I'd have went, but I be getting sad because I ain't never go to college and shit. So that should be making me depressed.
Let me tell you something. CIAA, GHO, Howard homecoming. It's mad. I feel like damn 70% of motherfuckers never went to college who.
I know. I mean, I know so many people. I used to go with like mad different girls that went to A&T.
Yeah.
And like, I used to do their homework and shit because I'd be like, I won't doing shit. I used to be like trapping and shit, selling bud and shit.
Homework.
So I just go like to Greensboro. Word up. I used to go sit in classes, all type of shit. I was doing like, nigga, I had like one of my girlfriends, she had a whole, like I was doing her English paper and shit. Like everyone had a whole goddamn A in the class. And so I'm like, I'm a fucking loser. Like, what the fuck is wrong with me?
You didn't maximize.
I'm just sitting, selling weed and shit, playing the game. Like, all right, I'm gonna go to class. I ain't doing shit. Might as well. I ain't no job. Just selling bud. I sell weed.
So
shit
nothing in you said,
like,
let me enroll in class since I'm doing the work anyway?
Nah. No idea. Nah, I don't know. I was a loser. That should be having me depressed. But nah, I wanted to go though. I was gonna go. Me and my homegirl Karma was gonna go. Cause she ended up going, but I said, fuck it. I just played the crib. I ain't really feel like doing shit. But then I looked at all the videos and stories and pictures and shit. I'm like, fuck, I should have went. That shit was lit. But, cause I would have just went to the yard and came back. Cause like I said, I used to go to A&T cause I know, my best friend, his older brother went there, and then a couple of my like real good friends and shit, they went there. So I don't know so many people and had like a bunch of girlfriends and shit. So I know a lot of people from A&T, just, whatever, but I should have went, but I just didn't go. But that shit looked great. Shout out to the all the Aggies and shit like that.
Yeah. I was telling your ass, I was like, you might as well come hit a party with me this weekend. You know, just as many people went to the damn school as I did. We worked with half
That's
of
a
them
fact.
that went to the school.
I damn sure did. No lie. Yeah, I see. I mean, if I ain't doing shit, if I feel good, I hope I can shake this fucking cold.
Yeah.
If I can shake this cold, I might
get
shake
you
a
some
leg,
airborne and go to sleep and, get you some zinc.
Trash. I got elderberry and shit. I'm killing with the elderberry syrup.
Hey, listen, airborne, anytime I feel anything of that nature coming on, some airborne and zinc.
Can't fold the airborne shit.
Really? I thought it was just vitamins. Why be having your blood pressure high?
I don't know, but that should be having me feeling weird.
Damn.
I don't fold that shit.
Which version do you take?
Emergency and
yeah.
I don't know. It's been so long since I took this shit. But I take emergency. I take elderberry syrup, black seed oil. I be doing mad natural remedies and shit. Like my old lady make like elderberry syrup and shit.
You pour it in something?
That's the highest concentration A and C, vitamin C that you can get, I believe. So,
well, I do vitamin C by way of airborne, and I do zinc, and I'm good. If you catch something in the initial stages, I'm super good. Like now I know like holidays coming and everything, so I'm gonna be traveling home, and seem like somebody always sick. Like it's a bunch of kids and everything, so it's like someone's always sick. So anytime I go home, I make sure I carry that with me, and I get the I forget what it's called, but it's kind of like a Alka-Seltzer. Like it you put it in a drink and it dissolves or whatever.
That's some nasty shit there.
It don't really, well, airborne doesn't really have a taste as long as you put it in the water. I don't like putting it in any type of drink because it tastes sweet to me. So I just put it in water, like maybe 4 ounces of water, then I just kill it. It don't really have a taste to me. But, y'all make sure y'all keep fucking warm, keep dry, and try to stay away from people with snotty noses and all that. Cause the time is upon us. The winter is coming. That's what y'all, how you feel that, is it Game of Thrones time? Would it normally be Game of Thrones time, or would that be next year if it were to come back on?
Traditionally used to come on like April, like.
Oh, okay. Got you.
Last season was over, but now.
Oh, okay.
That shit is over, but they doing a spinoff. They just posted some shit I seen the other day. They doing like a, House of Targaryen, original story, like the beginning of the Targaryen house. So that should be dope. Okay. It's like Rise of the Dragon or some shit.
Okay.
Shit gonna be hard.
All right. Well, did the Thronies get in the uproar about that? Are they excited about that? Or?
I don't even know.
Okay.
I'm not sure. I know I am.
Okay. Well, let's get into some Brown and Proud right quick. First Brown and Proud shout out goes to Gwen Ifill. Gwen Ifill is a late journalist and newscaster, and she will be commemorated in a forever stamp next year with the U.S. Postal Service. She made history at PBS, being the first Black woman to host a national political talk show on Washington Week, and also the first female anchor on the nightly newscast News Hour. So we're getting another Black person on a forever stamp. That's pretty dope. Shout out to her. And also shout out to the Princeton Theological Seminary, a private school in New Jersey that is promising almost $28 million for students by way of slavery reparations. And it's one of the biggest of its kind. So over the next 5 years, Princeton Theological Seminary will grant 30 full scholarships and 5 doctoral fellowships to descendants of people who were enslaved and other marginalized groups. So shout out to them,
What's dope?
We getting reparations slowly but surely. So I think
that's actually a good point, because in the Watchmen shit, like it was a president like Redford, and it's called like Redfordations or some shit. So for all the descendants of the bombing in Oklahoma at that particular time, like it'd be dope if this actually happened in real life, but it hasn't. Because I mean, obviously that happened in real life, but like that's a part of That's a part of the whole fucking like premise of the shit. Like, so mad black people is up because of reparations, but it's called Redfordations or some shit. Cause I guess the president at the time who enacted the shit was like,
niggas gotta put their name in the shit too. Like,
Obamacare type shit. Facts. But, that shit was ill. I was like, damn, that shit be super dope. Like, they had like a whole fucking museum and you run in there and give your DNA and shit, and they let you know if you like a direct descendant and you get cash and shit, you know what I mean? Shit crazy.
Yes, for getting cash.
Word, like they send you a check and shit, like you can apply for the fucking Redfordations if you're a direct descendant of the Oklahoma bombings. So like, it's crazy because like, that shit actually happened. You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit is actually like, motherfuckers bombed Black Wall Street in fucking Tulsa, Oklahoma. So like, alright niggas, y'all should do something like that. You know what I mean? But
yeah.
Wishful thinking.
Wishful thinking. Hey, one day. I guess you ready to get into some literature?
Let's get it.
All right. Hey, y'all, we need some pop champagne too. I know y'all out here doing some shit. Like, let us know about it. Like, let's shout some people out. Let's big some people up. Let's not, try to get them their flowers when they are not here. Real quick though, in that vein, I just want to say, like, it is people out here going through shit that you don't know about. And I feel like I recently made an assumption by way of social media and thought, you know, like one of my friends was doing really good and I found out that they're doing really bad, like health wise and all of that. You know, health health is wealth, man. It's beyond money. It's beyond all of those things. You're either healthy or you're not. And, I just say all that to say, check on your strong friends. And also let's stop assuming because of what people are putting on social media, that they're doing well. Because when I found out this information, my first reaction was, well, they be posting stuff on social media. They seem like they having a good time. And the person responded like, yeah, all them pictures old. Like, that's not them right now, you know? So, you know, that was just like an awakening moment for me. So I just want to say, man, check on people, check on your strong friends. And a lot of us fall into that trap of using social media as an indicator of if individuals are doing well or not. So check on your friends, man. Let's give people their flowers and everything while they're still here. But let's move into Literature. Literature is our pop culture segment, where we talk about all the fuck shit on your timeline. B Hill, I'm assuming you're drug free and you're alcohol free today because you're not feeling well.
Yeah, man. Shit whack. Cause I want to smoke some weed. I ain't smoked weed in a couple of days. Like, cause I've been like feeling it coming on. So I don't like smoking cause like my nasal passage. I hate not being able to breathe. That shit is like like damn Chinese torture to me, boy. Yeah. Like, if you ever want to do some shit, nigga, just like clog up a nostril for me and I'll do whatever you say. Hey,
you need to get the Vicks. You need to get the Vicks joint you put up your nose.
Can't find it. I've been fucking looking for it. And it was crazy. It's like I was cleaning up maybe last week or the week before last. I was like, oh, look at that. Let me put this up so I'll remember in case I get sick. And guess what? Can't find that bitch.
Hey, ain't nothing worse than hiding some shit from yourself.
Nigga, like, what the fuck? I'm like, yo, the shit can only be 3 places. And guess what? It's not in those 3 places. So I don't know what the fuck I did that shit. And I was probably high when I moved the shit. Like, high and like to clean up and shit. You know what I'm saying? And goddamn, I don't know, bro. So I'm just out here stuffy as a motherfucker. Stuffy the goddamn stuffy in the bad boy family.
Stuffy in the family.
Stuff daddy.
I had some I made some roasted Parmesan Brussels sprouts the other day. I love Brussels sprouts. It's a new thing I love, probably in 2019 to be completely honest. I cooked or whatever and I put the shit up where I looked all through my refrigerator for these fucking Brussels sprouts. I'm like, nah, come on. Like, I'm even like looking in the microwave, like, did I leave them somewhere? Like, what's going on? Bro, why them shits was in the freezer?
No, you was high. You was high.
Yes, sir. Like, I'm like, why are they in the freezer? I was mad as fuck, bro. Ain't nothing worse than hiding some shit from yourself. I was like, where's
That shit
these
lame
shit?
as fuck, man.
Look, I walked away from the refrigerator and came back.
And I feel like I'm getting old and shit. You know what I mean? Like, what's wrong with you? You fucking, I get super self-deprecating. Like, you're fucking stupid. You goddamn it. Like, I'd be, man. And I'd just be walking around like, fuck, goddamn. I'd be having mad wild Tourette's and shit. I'd be having mad Tourette's, like, and myself just mad as a motherfucker. Shit stupid.
Hey, no, that's I do the same thing. I be like, damn, why are you so stupid? Why would you do that? Like, what's your problem? Like, that wasn't smart at all.
Word. Fucking emotional, verbally abusing the fuck out of myself.
Exactly.
Like,
Cause you knew the shit was stupid.
Charlemagne when you need him.
Charlemagne.
Oh
shit, he behind you, B. Oh man.
My favorite subject, mental health. Shut the fuck up, Charlemagne.
Right, and you seem to be doing the worst. I promise. I feel like he went backwards once he started getting better. Like you started going backwards. You regressed like shit.
Yeah, nigga. That nigga crazy.
Well, you know what? Let's go on that topic. That wasn't my first topic, but let's go with that. So last week we talked about the Breakfast Club and we talked about Charlemagne's interview with Gucci Mane. And, you know, I know you and I are fans of the show, and it's kind of, you know, one of the first things we listen to in the mornings, when we're waking up, getting dressed, whatever, listening to the Breakfast Club. Sure. And, you know, many people sense that there would be tension, and there is tension on the Breakfast Club between the co-hosts Charlemagne and Angela Yee, XYZ. And I remember, on one of the days, Angela Yee was not there. And I was like, I wonder if it has anything to do with that Charlemagne interview. But you know, Angela Yee recently had an interview with DJ Quicksilver. And they were asking her about the incident or about the interview. And she said, I knew he was doing the interview. I just think that in general, if you work with somebody and somebody is saying nasty things, you can't even say on the radio or in a derogative way, talking about a woman, that basically Charlemagne should have said something. When they asked Angela, is there an unsaid beef between her and Charlemagne, she said, you can't just sit there and laugh like nothing never happened. Right? I've been listening to the Breakfast Club this week. And, you know, like I said, you and I talked about it last week, and we were like, what do you think gonna happen? We were kind of making our predictions. How do you feel about the show so far? Like this week, do you think it's tension, or what have you been thinking?
I mean, they've been rolling. I mean, like, I don't really think so. Cause I think Yee's, like, she on her little podcast tour. So she been doing spot sites. Like, you know what I mean? Like, she doing her little remote shit. So whatever city she in, like, she been popping up. Like, I think she was there for the Byron Allen interview. But you know, they kind of record those in advance. So I don't know. But she was there for that. But yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. I mean, the dynamic is cool. You know what I mean? It's still the same, I think, like, but I'm pretty sure it's like, I'd love to be in that room. I know that bitch, the tension is thick as a motherfucker. And I'm surprised, like, somebody should, you know, like how they do, like the Breakfast Club court and shit like that. Somebody should bring that shit up. Like, y'all niggas, like, let's definitely should have did address this shit.
You're absolutely right.
Y'all address everything else. You know what I'm saying? Like, they should definitely, like, the get it off your chest moments and shit like that. They should, motherfuckers should bring that shit up. Like, y'all niggas need to let that shit out. You know what I'm saying? Cause it's like, I mean, from a Yee standpoint and from everybody's standpoint, like, y'all can't fuck this up. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and that very well could be, you know what I mean? Like, the reason that shit implodes, you know what I'm saying? Just cause, I mean, you know, it's gonna be tension there regardless. And like, it's gonna fester long enough, and the motherfucker gonna say some shit, and then that shit just gonna snap. You know what I'm saying? So I think they should, as a part of all this fucking therapy and shit, y'all niggas need to address that shit from the door. And I think Charlemagne should, like, formally apologize. Cause I listened to his podcast, and, the Brilliant Idiots, and they addressed the shit.
What'd he say?
Well, he addressed it, Andrew. He was basically saying that he doesn't censor artists. He was like, and he censored a lot of this shit. He was like, that shit got really wild. He was like, the shit that I showed y'all was the shit that I, like, felt that I could show. You know what I mean? He was like, that shit got real, real wild. Like, he's like, y'all lucky. He was like, the shit, I could have made it way worse if I wanted to. He's like, but I cut a lot of that shit out. You know what I'm saying? And, but he was like, once he found out, he said it, I know what the Envy said. He said he told Envy about the shit, like, as soon as the shit happened, you know what I mean? But he was like, he felt Envy was wrong for doing what he did. He was like, he shouldn't have brought up his wife, you know what I'm saying? And Envy's part in that, as far as bringing up his wife and the old Gotti interviews and shit like that, like, you gotta leave that shit alone, you know what I mean? Like, his wife ain't had shit to do with it, especially Envy.
What did Envy say? What exactly did Envy say on that?
He brought up about, like, they prayed that Yo Gotti shit, like, basically saying that, like, Gucci wife used to be a jump, you know what I'm saying? And she used to fuck with mad industry niggas and shit. And, like,
Envy bring that up?
Yeah. Like, they brought it. He was the one that played it, apparently. I didn't hear that part of the show because I had cut it off. But apparently, like, he was the one who brought the shit up, you know what I'm saying? Like, trying to defend you or some shit like that, I guess. And saying, like, you married a freak anyway type shit or some shit like that. So let's play the old Gotti interviews. Some shit like that. And so Charlamagne was like, like, he was like, if some shit was said, like, he was like, I don't think it's, and Ye was kind of getting, and she was kind of bucking too, you know what I'm saying? So, like, he was like, I wanted to air Gucci side of the shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, the whole stupid bitch and shit like that, he didn't address that. He didn't say nothing about that. But, like, I mean, I could kind of tell that he felt like he was a little wrong for, not addressing that shit. But he was like, he don't feel like censoring. He was like, niggas ain't censor when fucking Beans was bucking and when Fredo Starr was bucking and fucking Birdman, all that shit. He was like, nobody censored that.
He said that?
He was like, so, yeah, he said that shit. He was like, ain't nobody fucking cut that shit out the damn thing when niggas could have, you know what I mean? But
they were on your show, though. It's different when you go outside of the process to somebody that don't fuck with your people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I think, like, if he would have just done the interview outside of, like, the rest of that, he was like, and by the way, he was like, I didn't even bring none of that shit up. He was like, I wasn't bringing none of that shit up. Like, he was like, I didn't plan on talking about none of that. He was like, I was talking about Gucci, about, like, the new Gucci versus the old Gucci, the fucking, the fucking, everything that they talked about, the mental health and the albums and all that shit. He's like, that nigga brought that shit up. You know what I mean?
But
like,
Charlamagne knew that shit was gonna come up. Cause that's the main purpose why the nigga not on the show. Like, Charlamagne, we not about to play stupid here. I would rather you just stand in your shit. You know what I'm saying? Say, look, this was an interview. Like you said, I don't censor the artist. This is the way I felt that it should go. And I would hope that Ye or Envy would do the same if they were interviewing somebody who didn't fuck with me. But I feel like, especially on DJ Envy, like, we talked about DJ Envy last week, and I said from a personality standpoint, I don't feel like, DJ Envy's personality is like number one. He's definitely number 3 out of the 3 of them from a personality standpoint. But what I will give DJ Envy is that I feel like he's loyal. You know what I'm saying? Because
but it's funny too, because with the whole Envy, when Amanda Seales and shit was up there, like, he was like talking about that loyalty shit like that. But then, like, I don't know, it was just interesting because it was like kind of post the interview, you know what I mean? So, like, he was just like, yeah, if I'm fucking my people's, all that shit like that. So I guess that was like, he was trying to, like, further his point as to why, I guess,
like, a little passive aggressive type shit.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So it's just been like, if you do a little deep dive and shit, like, I'm just watching it, I'm listening and shit and trying to, like, pick up on shit as I go. You know what I mean? But it's interesting. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think
and it sucks. I pray that shit don't fucking fuck up the show.
That was my next question. Like, how long you think we have with the Breakfast Club?
I don't know, man. I mean, they got contracts, so I think, you know what I mean? Like, I'm sure, I mean, there's ways to get out of contracts, obviously, but, I mean, they be stupid to fuck the bag up. I think Charlamagne need to apologize. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think he needs to apologize to you.
Yeah.
On
I've definitely, so me personally, I've definitely sensed tension. I don't see, me and you agree that, like, Ye is like the unsung comedian on the shit. Cause Ye always slide her shit in, like, and that shit be funny as shit. I haven't really seen a lot of that. And she seemed to me like a little bit more irritated than normal because, first of all, everybody lets everybody do whatever their little segment is. And one of my big things about Charlamagne is, Charlamagne, I know they pay you to talk, but you don't have to talk all the time. Like, Ye has this one segment Well, she has 2 segments, but rumors is her shit. So every time you say something, then Charlamagne got to go into his whole diatribe of what he thinks about the shit. And Ye will kind of push them along or whatever. Like y'all only got 5 minutes. Like, Charlamagne, I don't need you to keep repeating your thoughts on shit. But like, I feel like this week, she just kind of been like silent. And then she just going to her shit. Like, I'm not even addressing you because this is shit you do type shit.
Right. Yeah. That shit fucked
So
up.
I've been seeing like a little bit of, I just know from a woman, like kind of like, all right, I got you, my coworker. I kind of got to get through this shit, but I would definitely find that shit disrespectful too. And I definitely feel like Charlamagne should apologize, but only apologize if you mean it. Because if he really stands by like, look, I'm a journalist and this is what I'm going to do, then at least you know who you dealing with. Right. And when you kind of put me on last week of basically he feels like they're coworkers, I was just like, okay.
Cause he said some shit today, like, it was right before the donkey of the day. I think they was talking about what the fuck they was talking. Like, Envy was like, some shit about donkey today. And he was like, I don't listen to y'all neither. Some shit like that. Like, Charlamagne was like, you know what I mean? Like, cause Envy was playing like, I forgot what the fuck. It was something about Byron Allen, I think. And then I don't know how the shit went into it, but he was like, I don't listen to y'all niggas either, or some shit like that. Like, and it was just, I don't know, it was just weird. I think like, I don't know if, we reading too much into it, obviously, but, I don't know. It's going to be interesting.
It is going to be interesting. And, they've been on for like 8 years. And I
don't want them to go nowhere though, cause that's my shit.
Yeah, I don't want them to go anywhere either because they are probably my favorite morning show since like Russ Parr. And that's because I grew up in DC. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that, and they've been on for 8 years. Like I've listened to them since the very beginning. Very beginning. But people grow, people evolve. Yeah, all good things come to an end. So I wouldn't be surprised. And I feel like Charlamagne has established himself where he feel like he probably bigger than the Breakfast Club. Like he gonna make money regardless. All of them got their things,
Yeah. And I think he's and he's doing this whole like trying to do individual shit, but the root and I honestly don't know if a Charlamagne show could be sustained by himself. You know what I mean? Cause I think Charlamagne will get in his way. Like I think Charlamagne is hilarious and says mad wild ass shit, but I think like the collective of them is cause I think that is the dynamic. And without those other two, I think, I think it wouldn't be as successful nearly as successful. He wouldn't be syndicated in however many markets it is.
He's had nighttime talk shows and things like that. And those ran its course or whatever. Mm-hmm. And, Charlamagne, I feel like out of everyone, as far as like media deals, he's probably had the most success outside of the Breakfast Club. These these books and things like that. So I feel like Charlamagne might feel like he's a little bit bigger than the show. And if the show goes kaput, then all of them will be good, I feel like. But as far as them making money, now, will they be as big?
I mean, you can always go back to satellite. You know what I mean? Like that's what she started. So she can always go back to satellite. Cause you can hold it down. She did it before. You know what I mean? Like, but they were all sidekicks. So now
everybody got to start somewhere,
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be because Envy was Miss Jones' sidekick. She was Cypher Sound's sidekick. And then obviously
he was Wendy's sidekick.
He was Wendy's sidekick. So
yeah.
I don't know, man. I think, I don't know. I especially with all this therapy that they could be going through. Like, I think they need to address that shit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call to the goddamn breakfast.
You should. I would love that.
Like, yo, nigga. When they be doing all that fucking shit, I'd be tired as a bitch. I'd be goddamn struggling in that bitch. You know what I mean?
Listen, I need you to call in and say that shit, but I also need you to ask Charlamagne why his thoughts all over the place. Like, I don't feel like he's cohesive as he used to be. Like, I feel like his thoughts are all over the place. Like, he down with this one day, then the next day he not with it no more. Then one day we ain't doing enough, and then the next day we doing too much. It's like, that's been my grievance with Charlamagne because I feel like he used to be consistent and he used to stand in whatever it is that he believed in. Now I feel like he flip-flops and he tries to play the media game and all of that type thing. So, you know, he not as thorough to me as he used to be. Or I don't know what's going on, why he all over the place. But if you had to make a guess outside of like contracts, how long you predicting we have with the Breakfast Club?
I'll give it 2 years.
Yeah. If they're on year 8 or 8.5 at this point in time, I would give it 10 years. Yeah.
Cause it's like, they do such a good job with interviews and shit.
Yeah.
Like, they be getting like the best like, niggas be interviewing niggas and shit, but that shit be like, it's such a vast variety. Like, they'll have fucking, you know what I mean? Like, Tip one day and then they Byron Allen. Like, if you haven't listened to the Byron Allen shit, I listened to the majority of it this morning, but I'm gonna go back and watch it. Like, he's going, that nigga is a monster. You hear me? Like, that nigga is a beast. And I thought Byron Allen was like a vanilla ass, like
Uncle Tom. Yeah.
That nigga ain't none of that.
Jinx.
That nigga is a real nigga. Like, and he's saying, like, he addressed mad racist shit. He's going against Comcast right now, currently, and another big ass fucking cable entity and shit. And like, these niggas to the point, they in the Supreme Court at this point. You know what I mean?
About, Comcast doing some racist shit, right?
Yeah, like not giving niggas money, like not allocating any funds to black enterprises, black television and shit. So like he sued them niggas for fucking $30 billion. He sued them for $30 billion, and another nigga, and I forgot the other one. Forgive me. It's another cable provider, like a mainstay cable provider, not like Warner or Time Warner or some shit, but another one of that ilk, I guess. But yeah, he sued them niggas for $10 billion. They lost initially. He won the $10 billion shit, and he lost the $30 billion shit against Comcast. They took it both to the 9th District, which is appellate court, or the Court of Appeals, and won both of those, and them niggas couldn't sit with that shit. So they done pumped that shit up to the Supreme Court, and now the Supreme Court, like, and it was resting on, like a Civil Rights Act back to like the first Civil Rights Act of like 1866.
Jesus.
Cause word, nigga. Like, this shit is going on. Like, they're trying to, revert back. Like, they're trying to eliminate that Civil Rights Act. They're playing on that shit. And of course it's fucked up because they're taking it to the Supreme Court, which is run now by Donald Trump. You know, all his judges and shit. And then he got Comcast again. It's a fucking good old boys club.
Always.
Comcast got the, attorney general or some shit. I forgot what the fuck. I think it was Attorney General, but he got him to write some fucking legal term. I forgot the name of the shit, like, that he said this morning. But like, and they saying like, all right, boom, nigga.
Boom, like, nigga, all right, boom.
So this is what the fuck we gonna do. You either drop your lawsuit or we're gonna try to eradicate this fucking 1865 fucking, the first goddamn of its kind. And it's one of them. He like, fuck that shit. Like, let's do it. Let's run it up. He was like, I done spent so many millions. I don't even know how much that shit is at this point. Like, that nigga got that fucking cheese, and he is standing on his fucking, like, he was like, I cut my knee pads off. I burned my knee pads a long time ago. I'll never be on my knees for these motherfuckers. You know what I mean? Like, that shit was powerful.
Do you find it crazy that the biggest, like, a lot of our biggest activists, like, are married to white women?
Yeah.
Yeah, that should be crazy. Like,
cause I thought he was vanilla as a bitch. That nigga is a real nigga. Like, to the point where he was like, fuck all y'all. Like,
his wife is white and blonde.
Yeah, I believe it.
Yeah.
Cause he's from California, so like, but his mom and shit like that, like, I don't know. His story was super interesting. Like, I'm gonna watch the whole thing.
Yeah, I heard the beginning where he was talking about how he went out to get money, like at 10 years old, and feeding his family and all of that. And you definitely right, like, Byron Allen don't give you like that G type mentality, you know?
Nah, that nigga's a whole gangster out this bitch. Like, for real. Like, he was like the niggas, that Comcast, somebody had a deal in place to buy, HBCU network, like for sporting network, like HBCU sports, and Comcast blocked that shit and sent that shit all the way up to the chain to have that shit blocked. He was like, well, I'm gonna buy that. He about to buy that and then put them niggas on TV and shit. Like, that shit crazy. Like, that shit, I'm like, niggas just be talking about buying shit. Like, that shit ain't nothing. Like, that nigga got all the goddamn money. He damn near a billionaire. You know what I'm saying? Like, if he ain't a billionaire, he right there at a bill. He like 900 deep. You know what I'm saying?
I think that before I had to cut it off or whatever, one of the things that I feel like needs to permeate through a lot of people is that these people who you envy and who you admire went through the shit. Like, they went through the shit. Like, I remember him saying his house went in and out of foreclosure for 14 years. I mean, not 14 years, 14 times. You know, and people want magic to happen.
Hear that part.
You didn't hear that? Yeah.
Nah, I ain't hear that.
When he said that he was trying to, shop this show or something like that, and he was buying time and trying to divvy out the airtime. You get 7 minutes of, advertising. I get 7 minutes of advertising time, and that's how he was going to get paid. He was going to get him the show for free. But he said he was working on that joint for like a year or two from his kitchen table and went into foreclosure, in and out of foreclosure at least 14 times. And that's my thing with a lot of people. As soon as it get hard, people want to back out. Like, you could just be one yes away or one step away from where you want to be. Sure. So you gotta believe in yourself. You gotta put in the work. Like, shit ain't easy. That's the thing that bothered me about a lot of people. Like, shit ain't easy. Like, talk to anybody that, especially black, talk to anybody who you deem successful, and I'm sure they got a story behind that shit. It wasn't like, hey, I tried this one time and I became a millionaire. Like, da-da-da-da. Like, that's not the way shit work. You gotta put in hard work, man. Shout out to Byron Allen, man. We didn't feature him, I feel like, a couple times on this show for Brown and Proud. So shout out to Byron Allen. Oh, but we were talking about Breakfast Club. The tension on Breakfast Club is lit as shit.
It's lit.
I'm gonna go with shit only because I feel like this could be something that breaks up the Breakfast Club, because I don't foresee Charlamagne going, hey, I apologize. I hope he does. Yeah. And I feel like that's the only way it's going to be resolved. He can't say that shit behind the mic. Like, he can't say it off mic. Like, he has to publicly apologize like Envy did with his wife in order to make that shit right. I think it should
be like, he don't need to like tell you or nothing. You know what I mean? I think it should just be like some real nigga shit. Like, don't need to be contrived and none of that shit. Like, he just need to be like, yo, Lee, I apologize. I did some, you know what I mean? Like, even if it ain't, you know what I mean? Even if he ain't necessarily sorry for letting the shit go or the interview, but just apologize for having her feelings hurt and not being, you know, like supporting her and shit, you know, or backing her, like just having her, holding her down, you know what I'm saying? Cause like she said, I mean, like, nigga just is calling her our name and going crazy and shit. And I can only imagine what the fuck he edited if he left that shit in, you know what I'm saying? Like, Gucci was fucking going nuts.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I don't feel like that was an interview he had to do. Like, I don't feel like that was some career making or breaking interview that you had to do. Like, if somebody don't fuck with your peoples, like I said, it wasn't Michelle Obama or Oprah or somebody where you just like, oh, this is an interview of a lifetime type shit. It's fucking Gucci, man. Like, you could have let that shit go. You didn't have to do that. But, you know, you out here chasing shit. So hopefully he apologized. I kind of don't see it, but I'm really hoping for it. I really want him to prove me wrong, cause I don't feel like, I mean, I don't know Angela Yee like that. We all know them from the 8 years, that we've been watching them, but I feel like if he apologized, then, you know, it'll put them back in a good place and they can get back to their regular chemistry that they have, where Angela Yee slide into jokes and Envy and Charlamagne talk about each other's dicks, and, you know, then we keep moving forward. So we have a reality / old school boy band, love triangle going on. Love and Hip Hop's, Hollywood, star, for lack of better words. April Jones is being ripped apart by fans over her new romance, with Lil Fizz, which is Omarion's B2K bandmate. For y'all who don't know, Omarion and April have 2 kids together, and they broke up in 2016. There were rumors and speculations about her dating Lil Fizz and little things placed on social media about them dating, and they denied it for a long time. But recently on Mona Scott Young's creation, Love and Hip Hop, recently it came out and they kissed and they talking about they're together and all of these, things after they deny all these rumors. And now they're posting pictures everywhere and being like super extra. April's been extra all of 2019 to be completely honest. And she's been talking about sex on her Instagram live and how she needs somebody to beat it up and patting her pussy on the gram and all these things. And just the other day she posted that everyone is mad at her because she's getting the best dick of her life. It's just crazy because they were ex-bandmates. They just, Omarion and Lil Fizz went on tour together. I think one of the ongoing themes on the show, because I watch Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, one of the ongoing themes on the show was Lil Fizz saying, I mean, Omarion ain't never come to say anything to me, so he must be cool with it, you know? Was lines crossed or is all fair in love and war, B?
Nah, that shit ain't, nah. You can't do that, man. Like, you wifing the nigga baby mom and shit. You know what I mean? Like, we in the whole group together.
Yeah.
We get money. We been like, we grew up together. You know what I mean? Like, that shit, certain shit is off limits. Like, I mean, hit her, you know, like, if you fuck her, okay. You know what I mean? Shit happens. But you all in a whole relationship with the bitch and shit. Like, I don't know. That shit too close to home for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that
like,
is super messed up.
Yeah, that shit lame. You know what I mean? Like I said, y'all niggas grew up together and shit and got money together and shit like that. I'm pretty sure you were at a baby shower or two.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. That shit is just too much. And like I said, I mean, April bad. You know what I mean? Like, so
she is.
If you hit her, she bad as hell. But if you hit her, you know what I mean? Like, catch her slipping or she catch you slipping, you drunk, y'all in the club, shit happens. You know what I mean?
Would you be cool with that?
Don't...
I'm trying to figure out bro code here.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. You know what I'm saying?
If a nigga
like,
hit your baby mama, you'll be cool. A nigga you fuck with hit your baby mama, you'll be cool with?
If shit happens, you know, I wouldn't be happy about it, but like,
but you
I
can still fuck
it,
with the
you know
nigga?
what I'm saying? But yeah.
You'll hit a nigga baby mama? Of course you're not married in this scenario.
I mean, I hit a nigga baby mama. Not that I've personally.
We ain't talking about a random baby mama. We talking about one of your niggas baby mama.
Nah, but again, like I said, if it was I know niggas that have, you know what I mean? Like hit niggas baby moms and shit. And that shit was, I know a couple scenarios.
Would you let that nigga around your baby mama? If you know that's what he do?
That's what I'm saying. So like, boom, check it out. So like, this scenario, like if Fizz seen April in the club, they just partying, doing whoop de whoop, get drunk, shit happens. He take her back to the crib. She fucks, whatever, fuck in the car. Shit like that happens. I understand that. Like, I can understand it. I'm not saying I understand it, but I can understand it. You know what I mean? Like, that shit is just like a one-time thing. But y'all niggas got a whole relationship, so you finna be around my kids and shit like that? Nah, I can't fuck with that. You know what I mean? That's lame. That's fucked shit. Like, I can't do that.
So your nigga say he hit your baby mama. He say he hit your baby mama one time.
Like, if you a real nigga, you gonna tell a nigga. Like, if I like, yo, like, I hit I seen April in the club. We was drunk. Shit happened. One thing led to another. I hit her. You know what I mean? But you got to be upfront with that shit. You got to be a real nigga.
So you'll be like, all right, bet. Like, cool, dap it up, and y'all can move on.
I mean, I'd be like, I respect a nigga telling me that shit. I might not fuck with him like that.
That's what I'm saying, like, cause y'all still kick it. So is y'all friendship still the same?
Kick it is, I don't know if the niggas was kicking. They went on tour. But if we was still on tour, yeah, we still gonna get money. If that's what, like, if I'm in that scenario,
no, I'm talking about you personally. Yeah, you personally. You not MBTK. Like, you personally, like, that shit happens.
But I mean, if we doing business, we gonna still do business. But like, like I said, if it was a one chance encounter and shit, and then you gotta think about it like, if I don't fuck that bitch at all, like, I hate that bitch, I don't give a fuck who she fuck. You know what I mean? Like, and from what I don't know, mad long ago or read, like, Omarion don't fuck with her at all. Like, she's fucking nuts. I think he even, like, got primary custody of the kids type shit. You know what I'm saying? So I think that bitch is a head case. And if that's in fact the case, I wouldn't give a fuck who she fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know niggas like that too. Like, man, I don't give a fuck about that bitch at all. You know what I mean? Like, I know niggas like that. So, but it's just the fact of the matter, like, you can't be around my kids and all that shit, especially when they calling you Uncle Fizz prior to that. And now you like Daddy Fizz.
Daddy
Fizz.
I ain't fucking with that. Daddy's
But if you hit her on some random whatever shit, like once, you know what I mean, fuck the bitch, that's just how the game go. You know what I'm saying? Like, trust me, I done seen that shit play its part and take hold. Granted, it's never happened to me because, you know what I mean? Like, I ain't got no baby mama and shit, but I know niggas that like, you know, had babies when they was 21, 22 and shit like that. They wouldn't,
you know,
these
niggas
hoes
that
for
fuck
everybody.
your ex-girlfriend, not an ex-bitch you fuck, but like an ex-girlfriend. You know, niggas that fuck your ex, that has fucked your ex-girlfriends? Like that you cool with?
I don't know. Yeah. But like, she was somewhat of a jump when I used to fuck with her. You know what I'm saying?
But
like,
you made her jump your girlfriend?
I mean, she wasn't a jump, but she was like, I mean, she had fuck niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like, we from the same side of town, so I already knew niggas had hit her. You know what I mean? But like, not really. I mean, to this scenario, nah. Like, not to like niggas had hit my girl and shit. But if they did, I wouldn't really trip. You know what I'm saying? Like, only motherfucker that's really like sacred is, to me, is my fucking wife. You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas hit a bitch, it is what it is. I'd be sad, or I might be hurt, but I ain't gonna be like,
well, let me give a fresh PSA.
Long.
Let me give a fresh PSA. If I fucked with him, and you my friend, you not allowed to fuck with him. And I'm not gonna fuck
that's some
with,
girl shit.
I don't give a fuck. I'm telling you what it is.
Nah, I'm just saying listen, you'll find that more with women.
Yeah, cause listen, if I fucked with him, like, if that is my ex, if that was somebody I fucked with seriously, and you fucked with him, we not fucking with each other. Cause that's beyond the code. I wouldn't fuck with nobody, none of my friends. Period. And to me, that even could have been just like awesome sex shit. Like, I'm not about to be no Eskimo sister with nobody.
Nah, I done hit bitches that my niggas ain't hit. Like, that's
but I'm not doing none of that.
Bitch,
and then if it's somebody like I was seriously in a relationship with, nah, because you don't get to drop your ethics and your morals just because you fucking drunk. You know what I mean? Cause you knew what was going on. I'm telling you my disclaimer. You don't get to drop your ethics because you drunk. If a person off limits, a person is off limits. And trust, I done seen some people, well, I'm like, they look alright. But you know what? On a flip side of that too, individuals that my friends have fucked with, I probably know the ins and outs of that too. So where I'm looking at, I know that motherfucking crazy, or I know whatever. So I'm not even turned on by that. It don't matter how much liquor I got in me. I've never done that. I don't compromise my ethics and morals just to say, you know what, look, we got drunk and whatever. Now, who knows what the future may hold? I don't foresee it because that's not how my ethics roll. But yeah, nah, I'm not with none of that shit. And I give super credit to Budden for posting Omarion don't get enough credit for chilling. Cause man, listen. I'm listen. I'm going off on both of y'all. Like, and we not friends no more. Period.
Oh, that's a fact. Yeah, I mean, like in that scenario, nah, I ain't fucking with bro. Like, you know, made my, like, nah, I can't fuck with that. But like, just some random have sex shit, that shit happens. But like, y'all niggas is like, and then you try, like, initially you're trying to hide the shit, and then, you know what I mean? So then you're trying to play me for a fool. Like, at that point, you're trying to play me. So it ain't even about, like, the whole
factor.
Yeah, it's not even, that shit you trying to handle me. You know what I'm saying? But, like, the nigga hit my bitch, hit my old lady and shit, and come to me like, yo, my nigga I had, you know what I mean? One thing led to another. You know, I don't fuck with her like that, but I've seen that too. You know what I'm saying? Like, I done seen niggas that done hit niggas bitches and shit. Or old bitches and shit, and keep it a band. You know what I'm saying? Come to the nigga and that shit be like, it is what it is. These hoes for everybody. You know what I'm saying?
So as a dude, you didn't take it as disrespect to you. Like, yeah, one thing led to another, but I'm not.
Happened to me, so.
Okay. But you saying if it occurred, you saying you wouldn't take it as a personal disrespect?
Nah, not like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, now, like, if he kept it 100, like, if I ain't even have to, like, check him about the shit, or if he seen me, like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, say shit happened last weekend or some shit, and then the shit was on his conscience, and the nigga like, yo, I fucked your bitch, my nigga, like, or fuck old girl, X, Y, and Z. Then I'm like, I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna still, you know what I mean, play the nigga a little to the left, but at the same time,
I can respect you. I won't fuck with you,
fuck, but you know what I'm saying? Like, it take two motherfuckers to fuck. You know what I mean? Like,
but people vengeful out here. Like, I feel like that's one of April's things. Like, I feel like she being a little bit vengeful out here because I feel like they're trying to get a rise out of Omarion. And Omarion been like cool as a fan like the whole fucking time.
That's why I say he don't fuck with that bitch. Like, he don't give a fuck with whatever the fuck.
And he don't fuck with Fizz. Because the thing about it is you cannot fuck with that. You cannot fuck with that particular bitch or that particular individual, but I still got a problem with my people because they decided to go that route. So I don't think he messed with Fizz. And the fact that they've been doing so much, I feel like it's just been extra. So like, that's where with this particular situation, I don't know if these are just Mona Scott Easter eggs that she's hiding to let y'all know, because it's been leading up to this point. We gotta understand that both of them are on a reality show that is semi-scripted. Or probably 50-60% scripted, you know? So y'all trying to get a rise out of Omarion. Omarion already left the scene because he don't really fuck with that reality shit like that no more, even though he was on that shit. He not with that shit no more. And the fact that April is out here, I always talk about levels to disrespect, right? It's one thing that you fucking my baby mama, but it's another thing that you're out here kind of baiting me via social media. And I ain't gonna lie, like, I know me, and I feel like at this point in time with what they doing, they would probably have baited me. I ain't gonna lie. I would probably, at this point in time, now I gotta say something. Cause y'all think I'm sweet out here. And that's not what's going to happen. You think you'll keep the same chill? Like you just won't say nothing at all?
I ain't no social media type nigga, but I definitely would see the nigga. If I see the nigga, we gonna have to have words. Like, you gonna have to smell my cologne, as Pimp C said.
Nah, I'm definitely looking for your ass. Like, come on, holler at me right quick. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy because seeing, like, when April and Omarion was together, April seemed a little bit mild-mannered. You know, she wasn't extra like that. In this past year, she's been super extra.
That bitch was probably extra the whole time.
Probably.
That nigga
probably.
was trying to, like, cope and bear, like, damn.
But she wasn't on social media like that being extra, you know? And
but that's what I'm saying.
Fizz definitely has a type. Cause his baby mama extra as fuck. And Fizz, I think, is the opposite attract a thing, because Fizz always try to act like he's super low key. He don't really care about shit. He kind of nonchalant. XYZ, but he keep fucking with these very extra chicks. I don't know if I know you don't watch reality TV, but his baby mama Moniece, you know his baby mama Moniece? Yeah, so his baby mama Moniece is a head case, and she extra as fuck. And I was like, oh, Fizz got a type then. Fizz definitely has a type. I feel like Fizz wrong, and you extra dumb for fucking up that money. I'm never fucking up the bag for somebody. Like, we not fucking up the bag, man. We not fucking up the bag. Fizz and April hooking up, and Omarion was the friend, ex-friend, business partner, whatever. Is that litter shit?
That shit lame.
Yeah, that shit lame. I'm with that. That shit is shit. That shit is shit. Y'all need to stop it. So y'all know.
April fine though. I had to follow April today. Damn, I forgot I'm gonna follow you.
I forgot I wasn't following.
I might got a shot.
Hey, Tiff, hit him with a shoe. As soon as you hear this tomorrow.
Ain't going nowhere.
Ain't going nowhere. Y'all know that I already put Kanye on a sick and shut in list. We haven't talked about Kanye in a very, very long time. I'm not going to talk about the dumb shit he said, but I do want to talk about a particular two things related to Kanye. And I always like to talk about certain things related to kids and shit like that, because I feel like B provides a perspective for our viewers with kids and all of that. But Northwest wants to be a beauty influencer at 6 years old. Kim is down. Kanye like, nah. Kim said North is trying to get into makeup, but she's being heavily blocked by her dad until she's a teenager. What do you think about that? And you have a daughter. You have one daughter.
Let a little girl be a little girl, man. She got all her life to be like, you're a fucking little girl. You're 6 years old.
Yeah.
Like, nah, I ain't with all that shit.
Yeah.
I'm straight.
Yeah.
Fuck all that.
I feel the same way. I'm like, what's the problem here? Like, she's 6. We're not even talking about like 13. We're talking about 6. Like,
Yeah, word.
Like,
fuck all that shit.
I don't know, like.
You can play with makeup. I guess you can play with makeup with your mom and shit, but you like, nah.
Nah, North trying to go out with the makeup on. Like, she's been seen several times with makeup on. And it's very interesting to me. And it's all about, you know, your lifestyle and how you grew up and all of these things. But Kim doesn't find that to be a problem. And that's probably because of the life in which she's grown up in versus the life that Kanye has grown up in. And I feel like Kanye has probably grown up in more of a traditional African-American family, even though he's off his rocker now. And Kim has always kind of been on some Hollywood type stuff. Even before she was sucking dick on video and became famous, she had parents that were kind of well off and grew up in that. So they didn't seem like they had a lot of boundaries. What age do you think is a good age? Like for your daughter, when you think about it, when do you think you will allow her to wear makeup?
She can wear lip gloss and shit when she like 12.
Okay.
Like
what beat face? When does a beat face come in?
Prom night when you going somewhere.
Like 18?
Like, yeah. Fuck. Yeah. For what? Like, you need no beat face. Beat for what? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I ain't never really gave enough fucking thought to be totally honest with you, but that shit is.
It's coming.
That shit is a ways away.
Yeah, it is. You think?
We ain't worried about that right now.
Yeah. We've had this issues like with my niece. My niece is now 14. But even before that, probably around North age, 5, 6, all of that, she's always been into makeup. She's always been in the hair, like to a point where she knew how to make her own like lipstick and watched YouTubes on how to make lipsticks with crayons and all this other stuff. And we encouraged that in the house, but she would try to sneak out, you know, with this stuff on. So our thing had been like, you can do whatever you want in the house. As far as like makeup, do what you want, but you can't wear that outside of the house. I think that this culture now is a lot different than the culture in which we grew up in, where, you know, these kids are very advanced. They're wearing 22, 30 inches of weave at 10 years old, and they're wearing lipstick, and they have phones, and they have social media, and they're like adult light. You know what I mean? Diet adults right now, where their parents are letting them, and then it's the impact of this kid is doing it and this kid is doing it, and you have that effect where parents don't want their kids left out. So they're slowly allowing these little things to happen. And I'm like, you like 12 with like lip gloss. Like, I feel like anything with like a colored tint and all that, we doing 16, but I'm with you on the 18. Yeah. Like beat face, like you beat down, because makeup is a really big thing than it was in the past, right? I call it witchcraft because motherfuckers looking like night and day with the makeup. Niggas have gotten so good with the makeup, and the kids are watching these things. So I'm with you in regards to like the 18th thing. We all know that Kanye is going through this whole transition, and he wants Kim to dress more modestly. And he said it affects him when Kim dressed too sexy. And Kim addressed it and said she was like, he's on this journey. I'm not on this journey. You can't expect me to adjust to your journey. Kanye also said that he's been with Kim 7 years, but it feels like 500 years, like dog years. Do you, as a husband, do you think it's out of line for Kanye to want Kim to stop dressing so sexy, even though that's literally how he met her and that's her whole brand?
I mean, he used to promote it. It wasn't even how he met her. He was on some, like, you know what I mean? Like, that was what he was promoting. It was different. Like, he didn't have that bitch in mad, like, you know what I mean? Like, compromising ways. So, I mean, you know, everybody evolves and shit. And you realize maybe the error in your ways. Yeah. But you can't, like, automatically, like, yo, this shit is over right now. You know what I mean? Cause that's not realistic. You know what I mean? You can kind of express yourself and shit like that and tell her how you feeling and where you at in your life and shit and suggest certain things, but you can't just like, oh, okay, I'm gonna just drop everything. Nah, nigga, just like, I'm getting money out here off this shit. One. Right. And then two, like, this how nigga used to promote me. You know what I'm saying? So like, don't even do that shit. You posted her in mad times naked on fucking Twitter and shit. You had her butt naked
on a motorcycle in your own video.
Yeah. Exactly. So what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Like, so nah, you can't. Like I said, people evolve, and you may have seen the error in your ways and things that you've done, but you can't expect the motherfucker to damn like meet you right away with the same shit the same energy that you got.
Or ever, for real.
For real.
I mean, I don't personally see Kim Kardashian changing because, like you said, this is her bread and butter. Kim Kardashian doesn't have any real talent. She makes money off of her perceived beauty in pop culture, and you can't, it's like asking me to quit my job and be a stay-at-home mom. And that's not what you signed up for, you know?
Right.
And Kanye, he's going through whatever transition or that he's going through, if it's real, you know. I kind of feel like Kanye is on his Trump shit where it's marketing. I feel like you have groups that are very, very passionate. And the same way Trump marketed to the racists that are very passionate, I feel like Kanye did the same thing and marketed to the Christians. And this is where he's going with it. And whatever. And again, he said all types of wild shit. I'm not even getting into that. This is our first time talking about Kanye in a very long time. Did you listen to Jesus is King?
Nah.
Facts. I didn't either. I thought
cool.
You would have listened
to it.
I
heard niggas say the rapping was horrible and shit. He was like,
yeah.
I mean, they said the production was excellent, but they said the rapping was incredibly trash. So
yeah,
I'm really cool. Like, I ain't listened to the last shit.
I ain't listened to it either.
Yeah, I don't know. Fuck that nigga. I don't fuck with that nigga.
Yeah. Hey, he said the next time the slave catches is coming with the slave net, don't stand in the same place.
You know what? That is genius. How about that? Fuck up, man.
Hey, I said, yeah, when the police trying to shoot you, make sure you zigzag. Like,
yeah, well, he also said he found God because he got a $68 million return on his taxes. So, yeah.
I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. One, I feel like this Kanye Kim marriage lasted way longer than I thought that it would. I feel like now that Kim has all of her brown kids, and bruh, I'm giving it this time next year before we hear rumors. Cause I think
see that.
The things that I'm hearing, like Kim saying like they disagree on like a lot of shit. It seems like his mental health is a even bigger deal cause he's like going on tour and all this other stuff. He started like this cult, and I don't know. You know, Kim Kardashian's track record, she probably already lining up somebody. You know, everything with Kim overlap. So, right. You know, you see it lasting long for them?
Yeah, that's a good prediction.
Yeah, I give it like this time next year. Like we gonna start hearing some shit. And I feel like Kanye is probably a task that I don't feel like Kim Kardashian's probably had to take on a lot of responsibility like it is with Kanye. I feel like her kids are probably less responsibility than Kanye. You know, cause she's trying to do all of these things now, and she always has to speak on his behalf and correct things that he's saying and all that. You know, if you never worked hard, I know it seemed like a lot for me. I couldn't be with a Kanye. It's too much.
Fuck that nigga, man.
Yeah. I'm with the fuck Kanye. Kanye is little shit. Shit.
Fuck him. Bitch ass nigga.
Fuck Kanye, man. Hey, you ready to give some advice since we so good at it? We already giving our predictions and shit.
Let's do it.
All right, let's get into Ain't Shit in 2 Cents. Ain't Shit in 2 Cents is our listener letter segment, where we give advice to listeners who clearly don't care about taking advice from my drunk ass and B Hill's sick ass right now.
Right. Shit, lame.
Boo, lame. Get out of here,
Stuff
sick
Daddy
man.
in the family.
Stuff Daddy. Hey, Puff Daddy supposed to be officially changing his middle name to Love. What you think about that shit?
That's dope. Change the name, whatever the
that
fuck you want
to. That nigga changes his name every 10 years.
For sure.
Like, you can, let's just have a moniker and not go through the courts and officially change your shit all the time. Hey, he be wanting to make shit official, not knowing he gonna change his mind in like 3 years and shit.
Right.
Shout out to Puffy / Diddy / Brother Love / P Diddy / Puff Daddy. Our letter today is from a listener that goes by Glow. That's GLOW. And Glow said, met this dude and went out on a few dates, was digging him, found out he was married. When I confronted him, he stated that he and his wife had been separated for 6 months, but still lived together. He stated that they will sell the house and go their separate ways once they are eligible for divorce at the 1-year mark. He told me that I could call his wife, so I asked him to call her. He called at whom I assumed to be his wife. She confirmed that they are separated and that I can have his sorry ass is in quotation marks. I then proceeded to do some social media investigation and found his wife's page. By way of her videos, her voice sounds nothing like the chick I talked to on the phone. I have a couple questions. Should I ask to meet his wife in person and ask her myself? Should I leave him alone until he's officially divorced and living out on his own? If that's his real wife and she feels he is no good, in quotation marks, should that be a red flag for me? B and Fresh, help me out because I'm confused. And that's from Glow.
Glow. What was the first question? Should she ask to meet the wife?
Yeah. And ask her himself.
That's a little much, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, like, FaceTime. Like, well, I mean, yeah, so you already know what the Instagram is like. Let's FaceTime. Like, FaceTime real quick, I guess.
And
but, I mean,
you can FaceTime on Instagram,
like, you gotta
too.
go back. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you can do that. You can just hit the bitch yourself if you want to. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, just following up.
Just following up per my last email.
Per my last email. Just following up. I got some takeaways here.
The action items.
Yeah, I mean, shit, for real. Like, cause I mean, if you able to do all that, you might as well go. If you done snoop to that point, you know what I'm saying? Like, you might as well go all out with it, as DG Yola say. So, yeah, man, I guess shit, I don't know. And then as far as he ain't shit, I guess.
He ain't shit.
I guess he could have told you off the rip, like, that he has a situation going on. You know what I mean?
If it wasn't that serious, right?
Yeah, if it wasn't that serious, he would have been like, yo, you know what I mean? Like, I'm separated, I stay with my old lady, like, you know what I mean? Like, it is what it is, type shit. And, you know, we about to get divorced in X, Y, and Z. Then, you know, he won't forthcoming with it, so he already has some shit to hide. So it's a very good chance that, fucking he ain't shit. So maybe, you know, I would just maybe send a DM to the wife if it's that real.
True.
And just say like, yo, you know what I mean? Just per our conversation.
Yeah.
The other night, you know, about ex-buddy, you know what I mean? Like, what makes him ain't shit? And then kind of just leave it, you know what I mean? Leave it there and shit and see how the fuck that goes. But I don't know about FaceTiming automatically. That shit'll be weird. Cause I don't know I wouldn't answer a fucking Instagram FaceTime from somebody I ain't know. But I was in maybe a DM like, yo, what's good? You know what I mean? Got a couple questions and shit. And kind of go from there if you feel like doing all that. But
exactly.
What I do is probably just leave that motherfucker alone. You know what I'm saying? Just from the gate. Cause clearly he got some shit going on with him. You know what I mean? And I would just remove myself from the situation until shit cleared up on that end. And then, you know, then you can kind of go from a flesh slate. But I don't know if that shit even worth it, to be honest with you.
No.
So that's my 2 cents.
Yeah, I feel the same way. It's kind of like, are you that invested in this dude to even do all that? Yeah, he kind of got a situation, whether she okay with it, whether she not, you know, it's kind of like, and they live together. Like, do you even want to get yourself involved in that? That's my thing with mainly women, because it happens more so with women than men, in my opinion. Like, women want to go through a lot, and it ain't that deep for you to go through a lot. Like, you said a few dates, so, you know, I'm just going to assume less than 5. Like, do you like this nigga that much to even go through that?
Where? You
know what I'm saying? And if they are married and living together, anything can happen. Listen, I've been in a breakup where I still live with the person. And
I ain't never did that shit. That should be weird.
Yeah, it's weird, but it's called a lease. And either you about to move out, or they about to move out, or y'all about to agree to break this lease. I would never do that again. However, I have been through that. And being in the same crib with someone you're trying to break up with is a lot. Is a lot. So I wouldn't recommend that. But one of the things that happens when you're in a relationship with someone is that it's very easy to fall into old habits.
Yeah.
So it's very easy for y'all to go and have sex and then wake up in the morning like, oh, I don't really fuck with them like that. You know, or it's Friday night or the weekend or whatever, and y'all chilling, watching movies and shit, and the old feelings start coming up. And you can't even really call them old at that point because y'all ain't officially been apart to miss each other. So it's just like regular shit. I think that, me personally, I think that you should just leave it alone. Like, I feel like what's for you is for you. So if 6 months from now, if all of this is correct, and 6 months from now, they are officially divorced, then y'all holler back at each other and see what happens. And I don't want to necessarily say because he's divorced and she says he's no good, that should be a red flag per se, because there are a lot of people who are divorced and, you know, their mate might want to shame them or, you know, some defamation might go on. But back to B Hill's point, the fact that he didn't disclose that initially is definitely a red flag. Cause he could have easily been like on the second date, like, hey, you know, just want you to know I live with my wife and, we're in the process of a divorce, XYZ. Even if that was a lie, I feel like that would have gave you a little bit more respect and lead time with that. So, you know, I feel like you should leave him alone. I don't feel like you should necessarily call the wife, because even if you call the wife, you know, it ain't nothing for her to go to that other room and get a dick ride and, you know, you sitting waiting for his call. Oh, so it's a no-go for me. I'm gonna give it leave it alone and just wait until it's time. What's your final thoughts, B?
That's it, man. Same shit you did.
Red flag team. We saying let it go. We saying let it go, Glow. So hit us back. Let us know what you decide. And, we'd like to know if our advice works, man. I feel like people tend to get more out of our other shit than our advice. So let us know how that goes. Oh, you ready to wrap it up with free smoke? Free smoke?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it. Free smoke. Free smoke is our section where we talk about any hot button personal issues. It could be anything from politics to petty, anything we want in this segment. And B and I have been talking about overrated and underrated rappers. There have been all these lists that have come out about the best rapper, and I feel like that will go on to infinity. That's actually one of the things that I love about hip hop, is that hip hop is a constant debate. And so today, B and I want to talk about overrated rappers and underrated rappers. And we've come up with our own list. So let's do overrated rappers. B.
All right.
Who's first on your list for overrated rappers?
I got Meg Thee Stallion, man. I hate Meg Thee Stallion. I ain't gonna say I hate her, but I just don't like the way she raps.
So it's a flow thing.
Yeah, it's just like the flow just gets on my nerves. Like, I just hate it. I can't listen to it like for a long time. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, it's like, who gonna handle me? It's just, it should just, I don't know. I be trying, man. I be
So
wanting
is
to
it
give
the
her a shot.
singles? Is it the whole album?
It's just,
or you can't really listen to,
that shit was horrible.
you don't like any Meg Thee Stallion features?
Not really, man. Not really. I mean, they cool, but like she did some shit. What was that shit? I seen some shit she did with the little desk or whatever. I hated that.
I love that.
I hated it.
Hey, Meg Thee Stallion be
Me
kicking that shit.
and my old lady were listening to that shit, and we were like, me and my old lady were listening to that shit, and I was like, she was like, cut that shit off, and I was like, yeah, I can't fuck with it. It's just, I don't know, I be trying, man, but it's just too old school for me.
For real, like,
yeah,
she got sexually transmitted B Hill and vice versa.
She just, I don't know. She just don't do it for me. I mean, I like her body and shit, you know what I mean? And a good portion of how she looks, but I don't know. The raps just don't do it for me, man. Like, and I see why people like her, you know what I mean? Like, I definitely see why she's a hot commodity and shit, but,
let me ask you something. Do you like, so there are like a few rappers that kind of have their thing. So Meg has that, hey, she has that. Like,
that shit is annoying.
Do you like Migos?
Certain parts of it. I mean, I couldn't listen to an album. I've never listened to a Migos album.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay.
I like Offset the best out of all them niggas, I guess.
Yeah. So like with Migos, they have that, like Migos thing that I can't really get with is like, I feel like their verses are really trash. I really fuck with Migos in a club or whatever, and it's because of the beats and it's how they lay this trash over the beats. Like, I don't necessarily feel like they're good rappers at all, but it's vibe music. I put them in the category of vibe music, right? You feeling the way, you drunk, you high, you having a good time. You really don't care about what you're listening to as long as the beat hits you and it sounds good. But it's that like, mama, like all of them ad libs, like after every fucking line, that it irritates me. So I can understand you feeling like that about Meg Thee Stallion. However, I enjoy Meg Thee Stallion. I cannot listen to Meg Thee Stallion's whole album. We established that a few podcasts back, but I like Meg, but you're saying Meg is overrated. If she took out the lyrically, do you think she good?
It's just the way she flow. Like, it's just like mad old, like, it's just like a damn horse galloping or some shit. I just can't get with it.
Okay.
I be trying, man, but I don't know. She just like, this is too old school. It's like, damn, it's like she damn.
It's not really old school. The only old school thing is the it's her ad lib.
Nah,
her
the way she rap too, like, yeah.
Okay.
Who gonna handle me? Who gonna handle me? Like, that shit is, I don't know. I can't fuck with it. I'd be trying, but it's just, I just can't get with it. Sound like fucking Cool Herc and Furious 5. Shit like that.
Alright, that's on B's overrated list. I fuck with you, Meg, so I fuck with it. Fuck with it. My overrated, it has always been my overrated. I feel like Andre 3000 is overrated.
That's crazy.
I don't feel like Andre 3000. I feel like Andre 3000 spits a verse or makes a song so far few in between that niggas get excited because he has come out the woodwork to say some shit, to rap some shit, to do a feature or whatever he's doing. I feel like he's created like this mystique about him. But when we actually listen to the lyrics, I don't feel like he says anything that's so fucking profound or lyric bars that are double entendre or shit where you just like, wow, like that nigga just blew my head off. Like, but niggas worship Andre 3000. I fuck with Outkast. Don't get it twisted. I fuck with Outkast, but I feel like, and I'm probably skipping ahead, but Big Boy is on my underrated list. And I feel like if it was a pick between Big Boy and Andre, I'm going Big Boy all day. I'm going Big Boy all day. I feel like I can't even think of a lyric that Andre 3000 has said that just like blew my head off. Now, again, I just like to give my disclaimers. I'm not saying Andre 3000 is a trash rapper. That's not what I'm saying at all. I just feel like he gets praised and put on this echelon because he's different and niggas like different and they configure different to great. And I don't agree with that. Andre 3000 is highly overrated. Do you feel like he has his proper rating?
Absolutely. Andre is one of the greatest rappers of all time.
Why? Give me something that Andre has said that you was like, yo, how he come up with that?
Mad shit, man. Like, mad shit, dog. Like, fucking the whole Aquemini album, fucking mad features that he done, the shit that he had on Ross. Like, that nigga just, I don't know, man. That shit is wild that you said underrated. Overrated. 3 Stacks can rap. Like, he can put words together that.
Like what? Like, you should have a quote.
Mad shit, man. Like, everything that he rapped is fucking retarded. Like, everything. Like, the shit with the shit on John Legend, Greenlight, he smoked that. That nigga, fucking the shit on T.I., fucking everything, man. Like, the sorry shit that he had on T.I. album like 3 or 4 albums ago. I don't remember what the fucking name of the song is.
It's forgettable shit. I feel like it's forgettable.
It's not forgettable.
I feel like it's forgettable shit.
Not at all. I mean, I can rap shit. I don't really feel like rapping it though, but he got mad shit, yo. Like, mad fucking shit. That's crazy that you say that, but
yeah.
I mean,
you know, like I say, I don't think he's trash at all. I just don't think he's as prolific as niggas put him up on this echelon of rappers. Like, I could think of 20 rappers that I feel like rap better than Andre 3000. And that's my word.
Definitely not, but
that's my word.
I got you.
Who else on your overrated list?
I got Kendrick on my overrated list.
Wow, really?
Yeah. Like, yeah, I mean, I loved his first album. His first album is amazing, but like it's one of my favorite albums. But rapping wise, like, he's not really like people say how nice he is and shit. Like, he's really not that nice.
Kendrick
like, to
is
me,
definitely
like,
nice.
He's nice, but he's not like, he's just not like, I don't know, like, he don't say nothing that's crazy profound. Like, he's nowhere near as nice as 3 Stacks.
Oh, okay. So you answered my question.
Yeah. Like, 3 Stacks is way better.
Let me ask you something. Lyrically, what do you look for in a rapper that you feel like makes them lyrically?
Flow, similes, you know, like rewind verse shit, like just
double entendres.
Like, yeah, all that shit. Like, you know what I mean? Just all the dope shit that makes a rapper dope. But like, he don't got no, like, it's nothing that's like, he just like, damn, that shit was fire. You know what I'm saying? I've never really had some shit that nigga was like, woo, that nigga killed that. You know what I'm saying?
Wow,
maybe once or twice. I ain't gonna say that. But overall, nah. Like I said, I enjoyed Good Kid, Mad City, just the body of work that it was. It was extremely well done.
Good Kid, Mad City was definitely his best album.
Right. But yeah, shit, that was it.
Damn.
That was it.
That was it?
I mean, I don't like To Pimp a Butterfly. Damn was cool. I ain't never really listened to the whole album.
I think I like To Pimp a Butterfly.
To Pimp a Butterfly was weird. That shit was mad jazzmatazz and shit. I couldn't fuck with that. Like, I listened to that shit one time and never listened to it again.
It was only one Kendrick album that I think it was like Untitled or something. That was a little bit weird to me. That I didn't really like, you know, I didn't really kind of like mess with like that. Kendrick is definitely different, but I fuck with Kendrick. I think that I wouldn't put Kendrick in my top 5 or top 10 today. However, Kendrick can definitely get there. I think that album was called Untitled Unmastered. I didn't like that shit.
Yeah, that shit it was just thrown out there. That shit was weak.
But, Good Kid, Mad City, To Pimp a Butterfly, and Damn, I fuck with those. I fuck with those. I thought he said some profound shit. Next on my list is Future. Future.
Yeah, I got Future on mine.
Oh,
too.
word? Yeah, we agree. Future overrated as fuck. From a lyrical standpoint, one of the things that I really like in my rappers is you're rapping about your life, right? And the things that you see and whatever, right? You have to be able to articulate some of the same things in a different way. Like, if we're talking about pussy, we can't say the word pussy every single time. Like, if you're a gifted writer and you're a gifted rapper, you can articulate yourself around the same subject differently. And I feel like Future, not only does he rap about the same fucking shit all the fucking time, he says it the same exact way. Kendrick is, I keep saying Kendrick. Future is definitely one of those individuals that I put into that, vibe rap. Like, it's a mood. I feel like Future is a mood. You're in that mood. You're drinking. You're having a good time. You're out at a club or you're out at somewhere. And one of my favorite songs is March Madness. One of my favorite songs ever. For sure. One of my favorite songs ever.
That's one of the greatest songs of all time.
Yeah. March Madness is one of my favorite songs. March Madness, come on. I'm turning up. But that's because it's a good song. It's a good vibe. It's a good, but like.
He was spitting in that bitch too though.
Lyrically, I can't. I think niggas like, nah, Future talented as fuck. He with Dungeon. He in the Andre 3000 camp. You know, he this, he that. I ain't with it.
Yeah, I agree. Like he don't really. I mean, he be saying shit, but you gotta you gotta be fucking. You gotta drill down. You gotta
You gotta
put your
concentrate
damn
too
head.
hard.
Yeah, like, I ain't even trying to do that. I mean, like I'm gonna concentrate when niggas rap. Don't get it fucked up. But like, I don't know. It's just something. I don't know. Like I got March Madness. I got Dirty Sprite too. But it's only a few songs on that shit that I like. But I don't got no other Future music in my shit. You know what I mean? Like, I'm cool on, bro. But I mean, I went to a Future concert and he got crazy. He got hits for sure. You know
for sure.
He can rock for an hour. Like that nigga that Meek and I ain't go to the Meek and shit.
Niggas have singles. That's the thing. Like Future got singles. Yeah. Everybody got.
Nah, he got hits.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But you wouldn't be sitting in the crib like, let me play 20 Future songs back to back. You know? That's the difference to me. Like, am I able to just sit and listen to you? And with those artists that I put in that vibe category, like Future, like Migos, like different individuals, I'm not saying you're not gonna ever hear me listen to those niggas because they're a vibe. There's a place and time for a Future. There's a place and a time for you know, the Amigos and those types of individuals for sure. And you know, at the end of the day, it could be just that I'm old and I don't fuck with it like that. But I can't even say that because there are younger artists that I really fucking fuck with. So I don't know.
Future our age too, though. You know
yeah, that's true.
Future is at least 35.
That's very true. Like that. That's very true. And has been sued for his 8th kid. So fertile myrtle out this joke. Was Future your third person?
Nah, I got Rhapsody.
Oh, you always beating up on rap, man.
Yeah, I mean, her last album was better than anything that I've heard, but I don't know.
Like, lyrically?
Grammy award winning shit or Grammy nominated shit is just too much.
You don't think Rhapsody can rap?
She raps either. Nah, I mean, she can rap. It's just not pleasing to my ear.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It's just not, like, she can rap better than fucking Meg. I can listen to her rap. But not even, though. It's like, they like...
I think it's
different.
I don't know.
It's kind of like they're the same in terms of how it hits me. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I guess I'm from, like, the Foxy and Nicki and, you know what I mean? And fucking Lil' Kim, Eve. Like, I like that type of rap. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, shit, even Mia X. Like, Mia X was fucking, like, one of the best female rappers that nobody ever talks about. Like, Mia could rap like hell. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's just Rhapsody. Like, she just be trying to do too much.
Lyrically,
but I did enjoy
we
her.
putting Mia X, like, lyrically alone, not just making good songs.
Mia X can rap like a motherfucker.
I fuck with Mia X. Don't get it twisted. But, like, lyrically, Mia X don't really come up on my list as prolific rappers.
Mia can rap, man. Like, especially female-wise. Like, Mia can rap. Like, she was one of the fucking nicest niggas on fucking No Limit. She was the nicest between her and Mystical. You know
I can give you that. 100%.
Sure.
I can give you that 100%. You know, Lil' Kim had an album come out and that shit went like double wood.
Yeah, ain't nobody even. Did you hear
it? Hell no. Hey, listen.
Never know.
I ain't listened to a Lil' Kim album. I mean, she ain't had that many in the current Future. That one where she said she went platinum on SoundCloud. What did she say? PayPal.
I never heard that.
PayPal. When she was like at her height of beefing with Nicki Minaj and she made that album with like a broken Barbie on the front of the cover and she was talking about she went platinum on PayPal and all of that. But yeah, Lil' Kim, she had a recent album for y'all who don't know, and it was like, her album was called 9. And I don't even think those sales were tracked. Like, it came and went. What do you think Lil' Kim can do? Like, I feel like rap is pretty much over for Lil' Kim.
Yeah, Kim's got to chill. She's got to be like,
she need to find another something.
Yeah, she got to do something. I don't know what the hell she can do. Want to do something though.
Poor Lil' Kim.
Right.
Oh man. So your top 3 lists was Meg, Rhapsody, and Future. Was that your top 3?
Yep.
My top 3 list is Andre.
No, I had Kendrick.
Oh yeah, you did have Kendrick.
Yeah, but yeah.
You did.
I had well, actually, that's not true. So I just put, a matter of fact, originally I had Kendrick, Rhapsody, and Future, but then as I was thinking about it and I looked at something right before I came here, I was like, let me fucking put Meg up that motherfucker before.
Don't be shooting at Meg. Don't be shooting at Meg.
Yeah.
My third person is Young Thug. And I don't really gotta explain much. I kind of put him in the same category as Future. Niggas be saying Young Thug be spitting, and it may just be the way my ears hear it.
I can dig it.
Young Thug is a vibe artist, and I respect him for that. But I'm not about to sit here and listen to this high pitch, up and down, in and out shit he be talking about. I'm just not with it. But niggas be like, yo, Thug be spitting. Thug be spitting. And I have yet to hear it. I have yet to hear it.
Yeah, the verse that was on Swiss album that was hard. I couldn't even front.
Hey, a broken clock is right twice a day.
That's true.
So, that's that. So my list is Overrated, Andre, Future, Young Thug. Your Overrated is Meg, Kendrick. What was the third one?
Fucking Future.
Future. All right. That's our overrated list. Underrated. Let's get to the unsung heroes. Who's first on your underrated list?
Neighborhood Nip.
You feel like he's still underrated?
Yeah, just cause people just still catching up on his music.
That's very true.
Mad projects and shit. Victory Lap, you already know, it's one of the greatest albums of all time, but he got so many different mixtapes and shit, from the Marathon to Marathon Continues, the fucking, Mailbox Money, all that shit. Like, so he's always gonna be underrated just cause he got, got popular posthumously or whatever. Yeah. He's still gonna be underrated just cause, when he was out here, he was just as good as he was, Victory Lap was his crescendo, but, he was still just extremely talented from the onset. Bullets Ain't Got No Names, all that shit like that. So yeah, that's my number one underrated rapper. For sure.
Rest in peace to Nipsey. Nipsey just don't do it for me. Musically, he just don't do it for me. I listen to his albums. I just can't get into it. And it's very, very West Coast. And I don't know. It just doesn't pull me in like that. I always got respect for Nipsey, rest in peace, and what he did for the community. But music wise, he just don't do it for me. I can't get with Nipsey. And I'm sure this is what you about to say about my person.
Good old Florin.
Good old Ralph Lauren. My nigga Wale, bruh. Wale new album, dope as fuck, but I feel like Wale dope as fuck. Like, Wale has double entendres for your ass. He know how to play with words. Not only that, he is musically inclined where he can make good music. Like, how you can listen to Wale and not hear the way he flip shit and how he talk about shit. Like, I feel like Wale is number one, period, on my underrated rappers list. I don't feel like he gets the praise that he could get. I feel like if we gonna go bar for bar, if he's even still on MMG, he's the best rapper on MMG. That's including Ross, Meek, everybody. Like, if you really and you sit and you listen to what Wale say, that shit is dope as fuck. And he has some dope joints on his new album with fucking Bryson Tiller and Ari Lennox, and he just make good ass, feel good ass music. He always talking about black women and uplifting them, and his music is not preachy to me. Like, that's the divider for me between, kind of like conscious rappers type that you would kind of put in that conscious, like your J. Cole. Like, I like Wale and J. Cole and Kendrick in that conscious. I like to call it kind of like conscious pop almost, because they're in that pop lane almost, versus your Talib Kweli's and your Black Thoughts and which are all good rappers, but at a certain point it sounds preachy. Right. And that's where it stops being music, when it becomes a sermon. And if you're doing music, I feel like you have to find the way to put the medicine in the dessert. And I feel like Wale and Kendrick and J. Cole and all of those individuals where you'll be jamming like shit and they've just told you about how to treat women or a police brutality or how we need to rise up as black people or whatever the case may be. And you done partied the whole time. You know?
Yep.
So that's the props that I give Wale. I didn't even hit you and be like, yo, listen to Wale. I told you I gave up on you a long time ago. With the Wale, Wale just don't hit for you. And
yeah,
I get it.
I mean, I'm just not a fan of him. I like his singles. Like, I mean, I like some of the songs that he, like, I would go to a Wale show. I didn't go to a Wale show, but I wouldn't purchase tickets necessarily, but if I went, I would obviously rock because he got hits. You know what I'm saying?
He definitely got hits.
He's very talented in terms of that. Like, but I just musically and album wise, the things that I've heard, I'm just not a fan. Like, in totality, I just couldn't, personally do it. But shout out to bro.
I need to start sending you just some Wale lyrics without the flow. Cause I feel like you may not like his flow. And I feel like one of the reasons I probably like his flow a whole lot, in addition to just his wordplay and his overall writing ability, is probably because he is from DC, Maryland. And I can identify with the shit that he's saying and the slang that he uses. And you know, while I'm talking this through, that could be one of the reasons why like Nipsey don't really hit for me. Cause it's just so West Coast to me that I can't really identify with some of the shit that he's saying. And I like West Coast rappers. Kendrick is a West Coast rapper. Game is a West Coast rapper. Snoop is a West Coast rapper. So it's West Coast rappers that I get with, but I don't know. Who next on your underrated list?
Let's see who I got. I got Freddie Gibbs, man. Freddie Gibbs is extremely, extremely dope. I've been a fan of Gibbs for shit since Gibbs. I think he's been out since like '08. I started fucking with him like 2010. He's put out a lot of dope projects, a lot of mixtapes, a lot of great albums. Recently put out an album with Mad Lib called Bandana. It was cool. I didn't love it. My favorite project by him is this mixtape him and Drama did together. It's called Babyface Killer. That shit is retarded. Like, I love that shit. But he's got a lot of dope projects. Like, a lot of his mixtapes are dope. He just can really rap really well. He can make dope songs. He got a good beat selection. I mean, he doesn't have like the commercial appeal and commercial success, but I don't really be giving a fuck about all that shit because commercial, I guess is, the hits and shit. Yeah. But as long as I enjoy the music, I'm fine with it. Yeah. Like, I don't really be caring about like the radio hits and shit, you know what I mean?
Facts.
But he nice, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's spitting, like, I like street rap, so nigga be on that gangster shit. And, he's super dope, you know what I mean? Like, he just gets better and better, I think, each time, you know what I mean, that he puts out a project and shit. And he got a great Instagram. His fucking Instagram is lit.
Yeah, you stay sending me Freddie Gibbs shit.
Yeah, he got a great Instagram. So follow Freddie Gibbs for your fucking daily fuckery and ratchetness. But yeah, I think he's just really dope. You know what I mean? Got a lot of dope projects and dope songs in the cut.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So get a chance to check him out.
Okay. My next person on my list is actually somebody who initially I didn't think was that dope. And then over time I was like, nah, this nigga is dope. And since that, I feel like he's not really on the radar like he used to be. And it's Big Sean.
Yeah, that's what I got. That's my third.
Yeah, you got Big Sean? Yeah. At least we agree on some shit. I feel like Big Sean don't get the props. And one of the reasons I say that Big Sean does not get the props, and it's due to more so recently where all of these lists have gone around. Big Sean has yet to appear on any of those lists. And Big Sean and Wale used to be in the conversation. And now I feel like they're no longer in the conversation. And I feel like the reason that they're not in the conversation is because they haven't had those commercial hits that they had when they were in the conversation. But I feel like when we're talking about Wale and we're talking about Big Sean, I feel like they're getting better. Like lyrically, they're getting like fucking better. And Big Sean is not getting his props. Why you feel like Big Sean not in the conversation no more?
I don't know, man.
It's out of sight, out of mind.
Bro be spitting. That nigga nice as fuck.
Yeah.
Like, nigga's extremely nice. Like, he way better than Kendrick. In my opinion, he's way better than fucking Wale. Like, just lyrically, like, he be saying some crazy shit. Like, and the way he puts it together, that nigga nice as hell. Like, he's, like, outside of J. Cole, like, it's J. Cole and Drake, I'll say. Which is, I guess, to say new rappers, but them niggas been in the game 10 years.
They kind of like the young OGs, though, at this point in time.
Yeah, young OGs. But, like, I think personally, J. Cole is the best rapper out.
Okay.
Period. Like, bar for bar, nobody can mess with J. Cole. But I think, like, lyrically, bar for bar, I think Sean is, like, you know, right underneath him, you know what I mean, in terms of, like, just pure T spit, you know what I mean? But, I don't know, man. It's weird. Like, it's weird as hell, you know what I mean? And I think it's a song on, not Dark Twisted Fantasy, whatever the fuck the shit with, I Don't Fuck With You was on. That album. He got a song
Dark Sky
with Wayne.
Paradise.
Dark Sky
Yeah,
Paradise.
that's my favorite
albums.
joint.
It's a great album.
That's
that
my 100%
But
favorite.
the song he got with Wayne, it was like, Wayne was like, I don't feel like Sean get enough shine. Is it because I forgot?
Because he don't have no tats, he can have mine, like some shit like that.
Yeah, let me throw up mine. Because he don't have tats like mine and throw up gang signs. Let me throw up mine. He killed Wayne, smoked that fucking verse.
Hey, Wayne was actually about to be on. And Wayne, Carter 5 saved Wayne from being on my overrated rappers.
And you know what's crazy? Like, I don't even like that album. Like, I like that album.
It saved him for me. Cause Wayne was going downhill.
Listening back to it, like, that shit ain't really, I don't know. It ain't all that to me. It's a couple joints on that shit. But yeah, he smoked that fucking verse. But speaking to that point, like, you know, Wayne kind of like, you know, said it without saying it. Like, I don't know why he don't get enough shine, cause he just as dope as mad niggas, and that shit is true. So, I don't know. Shout out to Big Sean.
Yeah. Shout out to Big Sean, man.
Sean Don.
Who was your third person? Sean was your third person?
Mm-hmm.
Did you have, since I already said Sean, is there anybody else you wanted to mention before I go into my last person?
I think Anderson .Paak. He's like a hybrid of fucking, he's like a hybrid of fucking rap and R&B. So I put him cause he's extremely dope.
Like an honorable mention.
Yeah, he's super dope, man. Anderson .Paak is fucking extremely talented. Like that shit he got with YB and Cordae is fucking crazy. Yeah. He smoked that shit. Like, he killed that shit.
YB and Cordae is my honorable mention. Cause I feel like his album came and went, and niggas don't know how alive that shit really is.
It was a good album.
That was a great album. That's still in my running for album of the year.
It's up there for sure.
It's up there for album of the year for sure. So I don't.
And Jim Jones. For me personally, Jim Jones got the album of the year, rap album of the year. Well, that's just me.
Yeah.
That shit still bangs to this since it came out. I think it came out in May or some shit, but shit's still hard.
All right. My last, I had Big Boy, but we talked about Big Boy and how I feel like Big Boy is better than Andre. So I'm going to go with my next choice is Pusha T.
Yeah, I can give it
Pusha T. And again, I feel like Pusha T ain't showing up on as many of y'all lists that I feel like he should show up on. Pusha T, I told you, one of my things about rappers is how you can flip words. And Pusha T generally talks about the same shit, but he's able to flip the shit so much. You don't know nobody that has more words for drugs and cocaine and selling drugs and all of that shit. Like, Pusha T is great. I heard Malice is on the Kanye shit.
Yeah, man. Yeah, they both on there.
I would love to hear that, but I just can't do it. If it come on somewhere and I'm there, I'll listen to it. But I feel like Pusha T is great, man. I feel like Pusha T has not gotten his flowers yet. And it's not like he's one of these underground backpack rappers that we don't know about. Like, Pusha T literally crushed your favorite rapper in a battle. He crushed Drake. Yeah. And everybody knows it, and the whole internet agrees that Pusha T finished Drake, even though I feel like Drake bullied Meek Mill. And Pusha T came and crushed Drake, and he still doesn't get the props that he should get But I feel like that's partly because, you know, being a rapper these days is part skill and then it's part, I don't want to say social media, but it's part out and about. And we find these rappers like your Pusha T's and your J. Cole's and probably Big Sean as well in more recent history where they're just not seen all the time. They just doing their shit and out of sight, out of mind, I guess. But definitely Pusha T should be on y'all top 10 list, if not on y'all top 5 list. Cause I switch him in and out on my top 5 list. So he's 100% in my top 10 list. Listen to Pusha T. We got on Pusha T about using that, you know, Whitney Houston cover. We felt like that was disrespectful. But outside of that, you know, Pusha pretty much keep his nose clean and don't get into too much. And unless somebody fuck with him or he got to defend Kanye, we ain't heard a lot from him lately in regards to Kanye. So I wonder if he just being like kind of like a little dude. I ain't gonna say shit. I'll get on your album. You know, it's a lot of good music people that I feel like are kind of distancing themselves, currently. So we'll see how that goes. I want to thank y'all for listening, man. And make sure y'all subscribe to the show. Check us out on www.theaintshitshow.com. That's the X where the I would be. Oh, I don't think I ended, Ain't Shit in 2 cents. If y'all want advice from us, make sure y'all hit us up at theaintshitshow@gmail.com with Dr. Bill and Dr. Fresh. You know, Twitter, IG, y'all know where we be. We on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Google Play, all that shit. And leave comments, man. Tell a friend to tell a friend. And we like to end the show with a quote. And today's quote is, don't half-ass anything. Whatever you do, always do it with your full ass. And until next week, I want y'all to be great and the marathon continues.
Real nip.